What up, guys? We are live.
Yeah, live and
I apologize. We are a few minutes late, but that is because one of our cast, poor Trip, had found himself trapped in the elemental plane of water. And so now, squeaky clean, he joins us.
He's also a little sick, so not feeling too great.
Oh, does he get the snaffles?
Yay, we're mucus buddies.
Gross. Stop that.
And I am also not feeling great, but not related.
well, I'm feeling
Mucus
pretty
high
amazing.
five.
Like I'm having a great day. So I'll try to balance
It
it out.
feels like I have someone large sitting on my stomach. It's very unpleasant.
Well, you all feel better soon.
Yeah, it seems like the plague's sweeping the nation, so...
Mine's just been whatever's been wrong with me for like a year. It's just been worse. Probably the antibiotics not helping.
Alright, so, are you guys all good to continue? We left off last time mid-combat. So, Scruffles is, may not be joining us. She's busy with family stuff. So, in her place, Ewok will be taking control of her character, Evelyn. As he managed to keep her alive last time, I figured that'd be a good fit.
I'm totally cool with that because last time that happened was also a pretty big Evelyn Mickey moment that happened. So I'm cool with this.
Alright, and so what do you guys remember of the combat leading up to where you're at now?
Them sons of bitches stole my shield.
Sure did.
And your Mickey.
They're like weird jellyfish somethings. Whatever they are. They keep like appearing and disappearing and moving and
Okay, so that disguise gem turned me into a narwhal sahuagin. I gave a diamond to Garrett as a peace offering, and Garrett was looking evil as hell with a goatee. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then a tragedy swept the nation, and Mickey lost his voice due to a curse when he made some pretty terrible fails on some rolls, and then wasn't able to talk for the rest of the session. I did get 5 bat-shaped throwing stars, though. And then at the very end of the session, it ended with Garrett losing his shield, and then Mickey getting sucked into a black abyss.
Indeed.
That's everything that affected me.
Anything else you guys would care to add? Pepper in?
Those sons of bitches stole my shield.
Yep, they got it.
Was it mentioned that Garrett lost his shield?
I don't know. I don't know if anybody
Sons of
touched on that or
bitches.
not.
Oh wait, no, his some of his armor got taken. His shield.
Yep. I believe your notes on that are correct.
Sweet.
Good of you to pick that up, though.
Yeah, I know, it was very subtle.
Keen intellect.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it, so thank you.
Clever
We
DMing,
evaded-
dog.
We evaded some hell wasps only to have Garrett lose his shield.
Oh yeah, Mickey revealed his ability to teleport,
That is true.
which, no big deal, but that did kind of, like Trip said, get us past the hell wasp. So I mean,
Yeah,
pretty
that
impressive.
Shadzar brings up a good point. Did you establish like a name for your alter ego, Buckle? Your goateed self?
Oh, I should probably do that, huh?
Well, I mean, it's certainly an option. I mean,
What about unbuckled?
What about just Garrett backwards?
God damn it, Trip. I was going to go Tarek.
That was honestly my first thought too, like just Garrett backwards or buckle backwards.
It's like the 6th time I've done that.
So yeah, it'll be Tarek. That's his name.
What's up,
Because
Brady?
You haven't told us yet, though, right?
no, it hasn't come up yet. We haven't been questioned.
I mean, you just seem like you grew a beard, so
I always thought he had facial hair.
It,
I can't really speak anyways, so I'm sure Mickey would have said something, or he did comment on it. I think at the beginning he said it would look, nice facial hair, but he just grew a goatee. Like, Mickey has no reason to think that he's evil,
well,
or that he
just
would
like-
change his name.
Right. I mean, we're all just wearing
Yeah.
illusion, I guess,
You-
for
I
Seraphina.
say either go with Garrett backwards or something just completely out of the park. Like just something like really seductive sounding. Don Rodrigo or something like that, you know what I mean?
Ricardo.
Something super mysterious sounding.
I think it fits Garrett to use his own name backwards because he's not very devious. So
No. Yeah.
True, but does he really just want to dance? Is the question. Would that?
I mean, he
would
always
that be your
wants to
true
dance.
alter ego?
yeah,
Oh.
he's a dancer. Yeah.
Nice, nice. So let me say what's up to everybody in chat, and we can get started. What up, Hum? What up, Shalom and Shadzar? What up, Joey?
Did we miss anything, by the way? Is there anything that we didn't touch on that happened? I think that's everything.
What up, Kooky and Hamdo? And yeah, Ammo Bird's got some new plumage, and I've turned down the opacity on my face, so this is green screen effects. I explained this earlier this week, but
You can kind of tell it's more purple now because I added another light bulb into my ceiling. So
oh, nice.
I sort of see a little bit more that it's purple. Still kind of dark though because the light's above me and not in front
I'm
of
letting
me.
my hair grow out, grow long. Now I'm probably gonna cut it in a few days because it's starting to get out of control.
Yeah, it looks it, Joey. I mean, you better calm down over there.
I mean, compared to like, if you were here and you could see the mess that this thing is, you'd understand.
I'm sure
It's-
everywhere you go, people are just looking at you like, oh, what is he looking for? Another handout? Dirty hippie?
Yeah, like I just
Dirty long hair?
people are judging me. I can tell. I look like a.
Well, good on you for standing up under the weight of their scrutiny.
Yeah, but I acknowledge it, and I'll shave my hair and get a respectable haircut.
So, another thing that I don't know if you guys mentioned fully, but these creatures seem to phase in and out of reality. They're there 1 minute, gone the next.
I said they kind of like disappear and reappear, but I don't know if like we don't actually know if they're like actually phasing away completely or if they're just like going invisible.
Yeah, it could be turning invisible or teleporting real quick and teleporting back.
Well, that was the last thing the last little bit of information that I gave you guys was Evelyn had tried to basically mark one, trying to see if it's just, is it
Oh,
going
that's
invisible
right.
or is
She
it
tried to
going
mark it.
somewhere else? So,
Look at Evelyn being smart.
Ewok, Evelyn would know that they are in fact going somewhere else. They're not just simply turning invisible.
She would let out a heavy sigh and explain that to everyone.
On her initiative, which is conveniently
Oh.
last. So, because we ended like right at the very top. So that is where we will pick up with Nyloth Ilyakar.
Bless you.
It's Illiker, isn't it?
Yes.
I was pronouncing it in the original Dro.
And technically, thought there is a apostrophe between the Y and the L. Just
Alright, I'll just throw a bunch of noodles at my microphone the next time I need to pronounce it. Your initiative, sir. What you got?
I moved there,
Doing anything else?
and I'll ready a shillelagh.
Okay. Are you trying to hide?
I'm trying to see if, when the light from the center comes back on, if I'm sort of ignored.
Using what as a basis of comparison? Just like your own
'Cause-
physical senses?
Yeah, because this would be blocking the light casting, like, this area in shadow.
I get what you're saying. Alright. Is that all?
Yep.
Dander Fluff.
I will hold an action. If I see another one pop up, I'm gonna swing at it.
Alright. Now for the fun part. So,
Mine.
Mickey,
Yes.
your initiative
Mm-hmm.
is an interesting one.
Do you want me to speak first, or you speak first?
Well, let me paint the picture for you, and then you can react how you will. The very first thing that you notice is that the world around you becomes deadly quiet, save for the sound of your own heartbeat pounding in your chest.
Fuck, I can hear it.
You go to breathe in and find yourself unable. There's simply no atmosphere to get in you. You also
Sounds
find
like-
yourself weightless. And just kind of spiraling, head over heels. Make a perception check.
Got it, boss.
You see a few small orbs of liquid kind of coming out of your face. Just trailing steadily away from you as you're somersaulting through this abyss.
So like I'm like somersaulting through the abyss, and like flecks of this weird shit is like flying off my face.
Yep.
Oh.
Additionally, now this is something like you'll have to figure out how you want to roleplay this, but another sensation that you notice is erratically, occasionally you see bright streaks of light appear in your vision, and to you and me, the way I would describe it to you, as Joey, would be, it's almost like when you look at the sun and move your head real fast and you get that, like, crazy streak left across your vision.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that's what it
I look
looks
at a
like.
light bulb. Yeah, okay.
A very, very thin, like, almost hardly noticeable, like, threads across your vision appear occasionally.
Do I have any idea at all what these things flying off my face are, or anything about this situation? That's what I would like to use my action to.
First thing I need you to do is make a Constitution save.
Gotcha. And am I suffocating, or will this roll?
You are suffocating.
Okay, I thought so.
Okay. You manage to maintain consciousness. However, before being able to act, a few more things happen. Your vision gets blurry or cloudy. And inside your mouth and around your tongue and your throat is a sharp bubbling sensation.
Oh, son of a bitch. Like further back in my mouth, or more towards the front of my tongue?
Kind of an even mix.
Okay. Well,
So, you can also make either...
can I like try and feel my tongue? I want to try and grab it.
Yeah,
Just like-
you You can feel it. Again,
And,
we're on initiative, so
Yeah, so let's just like real quick like that, and then like see if there's any residue on it.
see blood on your hand.
Ah, that's what I thought. Well, I'm gonna float with my mouth open.
Okay. And I'll let you make a nature roll or an arcana check, whichever you prefer.
Okay. Well, I am equally terrible in both, but I don't get to roll nature very often, so.
You have no idea what's happening to you.
Okay, so Mickey is freaking out in his mind. Like he doesn't really like magic much to begin with.
Like, you, Joey, might have a clue of what's happening, but poor Mickey,
Last
this is
question,
completely
I guess.
alien.
Last question would be: do I see Garrett's shield now, or did I see Garrett's shield disappear along with me before I got him?
I would say with a 13 perception, you'd catch it out of the corner of your eye. You'd see it floating within a few feet of you.
Okay, I want to try and grab the shield. I don't want to like make my way towards there. I understand like I'd probably use my turn, but
I will allow you to roll either acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer.
So I think I had one luck point left. Like I know last session I said I had 0, but I had the wrong character sheet up, and I had one luck point, but I could be wrong. I'm not going to use it. I'm looking at my character sheet now. Like might be wrong, and I don't know. I'm not. So never mind. Ignore
If
me.
you, I will allow you one luck point because I don't remember exactly either.
I
If
was
you want to
pretty
use it
sure
now.
I accidentally created a copy of my character sheet in the like or the tracker that I use for the luck points, and the one that I was supposed to be using said I had one luck point left and 2 key points. So
Do you want to use it?
I would love to if you'd be so kind and
Go for it.
Sweet. You're too generous, man. Too generous. Okay, cool.
You manage to just barely clasp your big toes around Garrett's shield because you're in a weightless environment. You kind of take a few seconds to flail feebly before figuring out how you're going to actually move towards it. And so just like as you're passing by, the only 2 limbs you could possibly grab it with would be your feet. And so you kind of just barely pin it between your 2 big toes.
And Mickey's gonna hold on with his toes for your life. He wants to return with that sword or that with that shield if he returns it all.
All right. Yeah. Back to reality. Up there goes gravity. Here's Seraphina, because it's her initiative. That almost rhymed. Shut up. Don't you judge me.
Not quite.
I'm judging.
Do I see any thingamajiggers near me at the moment?
No.
I will wait until I do.
All right. Garrett.
I initially start to charge towards it, stop, and then back up ruefully. And now I will hold an attack for either on myself or Evelyn, if anything threatens us. Also, you need to remove the light from my character, because that was coming from my shield.
Oh, good call.
So if that may impact
Well,
whether or not I can attack anything if it pops up.
I'm not gonna bother changing it for your token. We'll just keep it in mind because it's very possible that you'll get it back. So
Okay. Just let me know what I can and can't see based on the lack of light, because it looks like I won't be able to see anything. That's sort of why I was dicking around moving.
well, there's dim light in this whole area, so you would be
okay.
You'd be able to kind of see everybody around you and for a good distance.
Okay, that sounds good.
So I'm just saying it shouldn't impede your ability to function for the rest of the encounter. I don't see why it would. So
Okay, thank you.
but good looking out. All right, so you're
great.
you're just holding an action then, correct?
Yep. Essentially, anything that pops up that I can smash, I'm gonna smash.
And Evelyn.
So she's got written down on her character sheet that the schmutzing the tentacles did nothing. So she knows not to do that. What was it earlier you told me that she knows?
That was what I was telling you. Like, that was the
Okay.
last bit of information that she had gleaned.
All right. I think she would probably just hold an action too, if she didn't see anything.
Okay. And does that complete her turn?
Yes.
All right. Mickey gains 1 level of exhaustion.
All right.
And the gelid sphere does not pulse. So, you guys, you can continue to hold your actions, but you currently have no targets. So, Nyloth, you just continuing to hold?
Yep.
Because you have the trigger for your action hasn't gone off yet. It hasn't pulsed where you would be able to compare. So, you're just gonna hold position?
Yep.
Danderfluff?
If nothing's happening, Danderfluff's just gonna be kind of like, did we win? And
Mickey's
she's
still.
gonna let down her axe. Not holding an action, she's just thinking it's done.
Okay. Now to Mickey, who I need to make a Constitution save. I'm gonna have to have you roll a bunch of stuff in a certain order.
Okay, you got it, boss.
All right. You fall unconscious
Nice.
as your vision just kind of fades. Last thing you see is this glowy shield in front of you. You know, you're trying to keep your eyes on it. You're trying to concentrate on it.
I guess that my only thought would be before I dripped in unconsciousness is I hope I manage to continue holding on to this shield wherever I'm going. And I hope if I meet someone, I hope wherever I'm going there's a bunch of cool people and they're not dicks.
All right. Roll a d20.
Oh, sweet. Nice.
Your roll has been noted. Moving along to Seraphina.
I don't know how I would try to help Mickey. So is he like suspended in the air? Does he have it? Oh, cause I was gonna say, is he like on the ground? Then I was
I'm
like,
not
oh
even
yeah,
there, right?
He's not even there. You don't even see
he's
him.
not there. Oh,
He
I thought he was
vanished
just
along
like
with them.
suspended in that.
No, I
Stuff.
vamped out of existence. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm just like, did you guys see where Mickey went?
I
And that's
point
about it.
to the sphere.
well, yeah, but I mean, like, where'd he go?
Doing anything for your initiative?
Nope, that's about it. Just like, what?
Alright, Garrett. There seems to be some confusion in the party.
I'm going to solve that. I am going to smash the gelid sphere.
Roll to
And
hit.
maybe it'll break, Or maybe
Uh-oh.
it will get all Ripley. Either way, I think it's funny.
That's a hit.
Oh, good.
It's a large stationary object.
I know, but we're
You're
talking
kind
about
of
me and
rolling.
Garrett.
You're kind of rolling for ones. In fact, you're almost rolling for ones.
Okay, so that's 7 damage as I smash into it. What does it do?
You can roll either medicine or insight.
It's the same thing. I have proficiency in both. Okay.
You definitely did damage to it. Maybe not the conventional type of damage that you would be used to seeing, but you see parts of the sphere dim in response to your attack. You know that you caused some kind of effect, and it appears to have, quote-unquote, harmed it. If that makes sense.
It does. Is there any goop or anything left over on my hammer? Does it appear to be pitted or scratched in any way?
No, your hammer appears to be as normal.
I'm gonna reach out and touch it.
Okay. Your hand falls off. No, I'm just kidding.
I would legitimately stop playing this game if my hand fell off from that.
Gauntleted hands, correct?
Yeah.
At
Feels
least you didn't
feels
get
cool,
disintegrated.
like cold, in fact, but not enough that it's like I'm not gonna do cold damage to you. But it would be like if you put your hand on like a piece of ice, something like that.
Oh. In terms of temperature or texture?
Texture, it's definitely gelid, like I said.
Right.
But as through gauntleted hands, like he couldn't really be like.
Gotcha.
It seems like visually, it seems like it would be wet, but it doesn't leave any residue on your hand.
Okay. I will just turn around to the party and give them a pleading look. Little help.
Attack the sphere, he says.
Yeah, I won't use my second attack because I'm not entirely certain I've done anything worthwhile.
Okay. And does that complete your turn?
Yeah, it does.
Evelyn?
So Garrett's kind of motioned for us to attack the sphere, right?
Yep.
Or investigate it. Up to you. I'm not sure my attack
will
did.
go up to it. Sorry. She will look at Garrett and roll Arcana, maybe?
Correct.
That's from her character sheet. So.
She's pretty sure that it's a ghost.
She doesn't strike me as the type of person I'd be afraid of ghosts.
It's totally like a ghost, eh? And she's gonna back away from it.
Anything else?
That would be her turn.
Alright, Mickey, you gain another point of exhaustion.
Oh my god, even unconscious?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And no sign of him. So you guys get another round of actions. Nyloth, what are you doing? Continuing to wait?
I'm gonna peek. And I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on it.
Okay.
So it makes a Constitution save.
It forgoes the save. Can't move, so
Okay. And then, since will I be able to move back behind the rocks and concentrate, like keeping it in that one spot since it's not moving?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
So I have to concentrate on keeping Moonbeam up.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to see it to concentrate to keep it up if it's not moving?
No, I don't believe so. I think the only stipulation is you'd naturally, like, you'd only be able to move it to a spot that you would be able to see.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I guess you could gauge, like, a reasonable assumption of, like, if you know there's a corner there, then you know there's a hallway adjoining it. You know, that type of thing, but, yeah, I wouldn't say that, breaking line of sight would break the spell.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna move back there.
Alright,
'Cause
good call. Danderfluff.
I'm going to run to Garrett's aid and swing at it. I'm gonna kind of look at him before. Are you sure about this?
No, not even a little.
And then I'm gonna swing.
You're gonna have a tough time. How tall are you?
3.5 feet.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, you're definitely out of reach. So if you want to make, like, try and jump an attack, you can do that. Or I don't know if there's any ways to make you larger.
Could I like do like an overhead attack?
Even still, you would still have to jump to
Oh.
do that. Is what I'm saying.
is it floating?
Oh yeah, it's above this
Oh.
pile of rocks.
Danderfluff's gonna look around, kind of sweat a little bit, and then she's gonna try and jump and attack it.
All
Can
right,
someone give me a boost?
roll athletics. Good jump. And because you're only able to make one attack, I'll let you do it at advantage because you rolled so good on your athletics. Oh, damn! The dream! Roll a d100, even though it's probably not going to put standard crit. But good hit. You feel your weapon bite into it, slice through it, and again leaves this kind of dimmer area where your blade had gone through. And then even then that dimness begins to like spread to surrounding areas. You must have hit a main vein or some shit.
Nice. I thought it was like old Dalaran, like dome coming out of the ground.
Nope. No, it a sphere. Hey, what's up, Homer? DS Hawk, Salinas. How you guys doing? And does that complete your turn, Danderfluff?
Yes, it does.
Alright. Mickey. You remain unconscious.
Yeah, I remain unconscious. Sweet.
Well, I'll allow you to make a con save.
Just a normal one?
Just a normal one. Well, actually, no, it's gonna...
Yeah.
Well, keeping in mind you have 2 levels of...
I know, I'm saying, like, I should have disadvantage.
Then yes, it will be disadvantage.
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to argue for advantage.
No, I get what you're saying. I would say that you're conscious, but at this point you're unable to open your eyes. And you no longer feel the shield between your toes.
Okay, do I taste any blood in my mouth?
Oh yeah.
Okay, can I want to think really hard and try to speak to the crown homie? And just be like, in my mind, like, My inner dialogue, my inner monologue sounds different than Mickey's actual voice, but he's thinking in his head, "Hey man, need your help? Really need your help right now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I need your help. I'm still gonna do what you asked. I need your help in order to do that. Please help."
Roll persuasion, disadvantage.
You said disadvantage?
Yep. He laughs at you.
I'll try. I'm just gonna grab. Can I move my hands, my arms?
You can move.
Yeah. Can I attempt to gain control of my momentum?
To like kind of steady yourself so you're not
Yeah, like
tumbling.
yeah. So I'm not tumbling and have a little bit more control. Like I know I'd probably still be, unable to stop, or unable to stop. But I want to try to protect my
Physically speaking, that wouldn't necessarily be so difficult. It's more about knowing what to do and when.
Yes, I just want to keep my body, stable, so I'm not tumbling.
So I'd say probably the closest rules thing to that would be a concentration check. So, con save. You think that you're doing a good job of righting yourself.
I'm gonna attempt to urinate and just pee as I'm flying and falling.
Okay, noted. Serafina.
Oh, my turn.
I'm trying to decide whether to hide or if I should be helping.
Well, you see them all attacking this sphere.
Well, yeah, but we don't know what's gonna happen if we, destroy it. It could explode.
True. But it could also not explode. I mean, that's kind of like a 50-50 chance, I would say.
Yeah, let me check something. Just gotta check the range on something.
People looking for a bit more range these days.
Range on that's not very good. Alright, it's a crapshoot! I think... I guess I'll see what happens if I chuck fire at it. So hang on, I gotta get a little bit closer. Okay. I'm gonna produce flame and chuck some of it at the orb.
Okay.
So...
roll your rolls. And things.
Ooh, I did put it in my thingy-majiggers.
That's a hit. I would like for you to roll... Are you proficient in nature?
No.
What about insight?
Yes.
Then roll that.
Okay.
Alright. You hit it with your flame, but it's like as soon as it touched the surface of it, it just snuffed out immediately. And so did not cause any damage. It was like watching a candle being snuffed. You know what I mean? Like just ceased to be. The flame was suddenly no more. So fire ain't gonna work.
Okay.
Garrett.
I think I'm emboldened Hang on, he's scratching real hard.
What's he scratching?
His neck. What are you doing, bud? Cut it.
Alright, I'm emboldened by Danderfluff's attack, so now I'm going to do a full attack on it and just start chipping away. Oh god, does that hit?
That does hit.
Alright, that's 9. Let me evaluate my handiwork here. How does it look?
Looks like
That's
you're
great.
causing more damage.
Okay, I'm at a loss of... I'm gonna cause more damage. Oh boy, 12 total. Between
Alright.
2 attacks. I'm gonna be hitting that same spot that Danderfluff cracked a few seconds ago. Just
Okay, so you're trying to concentrate damage in a certain area as best
Yeah.
you can? Sure.
yeah, after her heroic smash there, I think it's best to keep it in that same spot.
Okay. Your Warhammer smashes do appear to be having an effect.
Excellent. When we all die, I want everyone to know this was not my plan.
Evelyn.
Evelyn is going to stand back and shoot a hand crossbow at it. Actually, so Clementine kind of has a mind of her own, right?
No, she's your familiar as familiars by the book go.
Okay.
The only unique thing that would set Clementine apart from another familiar is that she's able to basically possess the body of a doll. Uh-oh. We may have lost a buckle. Oh, no, he's back.
I never went anywhere.
Why do you go places like Mickey,
Evelyn
off,
wondering why it's
sailing
not
the
saying
seas of cheese?
the sphere is not going boo and attacking. She's going to do one more Arcana check on it.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely not a ghost. But also not something that she knows what it is either.
Okay.
Best guess, something from the far plains.
Does she still have an action?
Depends on what it is.
I was going to give Garrett Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll allow that.
Take it, Garrett.
I will take it right in the face.
And that completes our turn.
Gotcha. Alright.
Am I at 3 levels of exhaustion?
You are at 3 levels of exhaustion. And still, no sign of the jellyfish-like horrors that moments ago were attacking the party. Nyloth, your turn.
I'm just gonna concentrate on Moonbeam.
Alright.
And that's it.
Danderfluff.
I'm going to jump up.
Not as great a jump that time. Regular attack roll. Still a hit. For Sace.
And that'll complete my turn.
Alright. Mickey?
So I'm still like semi-conscious.
Well,
can
let's find out. Con save.
Yeah. Disadvantage?
Yep.
No, I have just because of the 3rd level of exhaustion, anyways.
Yeah, you got a whole mess of problems at this point.
Yeah, 3rd level is when you have disadvantage on saving throws and ability checks, like just all of them. Not bad though. All right.
You managed to maintain conscious. Though at this point, you're just being racked by pain.
This sucks.
It hurts in your very bones. And even unable to open your eyes, you're still seeing these strange streaks of light. They almost look like shooting stars across your vision.
I'm gonna try rubbing my eyes, just really quick. And while rubbing my eyes,
I will allow you to roll insight before doing so.
okay. He's not bad at insight. Disadvantage though. There we go. Okay.
Alright, so you think that's a great idea. You start rubbing your eyes.
Yeah, like I'm rubbing. I'm just for, for fairness' sake, I would be rubbing like real hard, like just vigorously.
Alright, roll a d6. Take 1 point of damage. As numb hands reach up to try and rub your eyes open, and it feels like you're rubbing sand in your eyes, like broken glass in your eyes.
I'm gonna try to rip my horn off. I'm gonna, like, as soon as that starts hurting, it's gonna piss Mickey off so much that he's just gonna grab his horn and yank on it as hard as he can.
Alright, make a strength roll.
Just a straight up strength roll or athletics?
Either or.
Sweet.
Thank you for the host smoke. 19, it's not enough to rip a unicorn horn off.
Fair enough, but I'm just gonna keep thinking in my mind, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, over and over.
Alright. Seraphina.
So fire did not work. A lot of my spells are fiery, so that's not really gonna help a whole lot. I don't really want to get closer to it, so I'm just gonna back away a little bit in case something really bad happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand over here, guys.
So you're just moving, not doing anything else? Okay.
Nylos just like gives you a thumbs up and nods his head.
Garrett.
Again, the concentrated hits against the same spot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Oh jeez.
You have bardic inspiration.
A crit fail is a crit fail.
Yeah.
So, roll your D100.
I don't want to.
But you has to.
I don't have to. That's a lie.
Oh, that's a juicy one.
That's a terrible one. Everything is awful.
I know. It's good to have traditions.
Oh man. Oh man.
Roll a dexterity save, please.
I don't want to. Oh man. Wait, I'm gonna add the bardic inspiration to that. God damn it.
Unfortunately, you were not quite inspired enough. You fall prone, drop your primary weapon, and you bang your head against a rock. You're stunned for 1 round.
Meaning the stunning will go away at the end of my next round?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. That completes my attempt at fucking up.
Evelyn. You guys need to rally. Things are getting hairy
Evelyn
quick.
is going to shoot a hand crossbow at the bubble.
Okay. That's a hit. All right,
And that completes her turn.
Garrett, or I'm sorry, Mickey, rather. Gain another point of exhaustion.
Oh dang! I thought you were about to say I go down one level of exhaustion.
Yep, you gain an additional level of exhaustion, placing you at 4, correct?
Yep. 4 levels.
Which is 2 away from death.
Yeah, it's when my hit point maximum is halved. Okay.
Still, no sign of those strange jellyfish-like creatures. Nyloth.
Moonbeam concentration.
Do anything else?
I'll wave Serafina over here if she's not gonna attack it.
All right, Vanderfluff.
Jumping up and
You
swinging.
over here?
Regular attack.
And
over
to your
there.
right.
Oh, to my right. Oh, there you are.
Oh damn, guys. Oh damn. Oh
You're gonna-
damn.
Well, I mean, I'd rather have it be like because of bad rolls that if Mickey dies, as opposed to like the group deciding like, don't really want to save Mickey. Just it's not apathy. It's just
Make a dexterity save with disadvantage.
Curse this stationary target that's not fighting back.
Okay. You don't fall prone, but like as you basically like you overswing so much that it spins you around and you land, and as you land you twist your knee horribly. So it doesn't cause you to fall prone, but your movement is at 1/4 what it usually is. So what's your normal movement speed? 20?
35.
35? Okay, so whatever a quarter of that is then. Math. It's a number.
That's a hard math. That's a hard.
That
math.
would be less than 30.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that I'm sure of.
9. The answer is 9.
I also never get crits with my weapon, so I forgot to roll the extra d10 for having a vicious great axe, and now I'm sad. The one time I can do it.
You can roll it
How
now.
you
No,
How
it's
nine-
meta.
9 feet.
Not really. I mean, I'd allow you to do that in
If
in
it had-
retrospect.
if it would, no, if it's gonna save Mickey's life, I want it to be fair.
Just for Mickey.
Just for Mickey, all right.
Roll your d10.
There you go. 4 damage.
Yeah,
And,
if you-
and, I was actually encouraging you to not do the extra D10.
You just haven't had a lot of practice with it, so I'll allow you the retrograde damage on that. That's fine.
Good looking out.
Well, it's a crit, you know. All right,
That completes my fail.
Mickey. Con save.
Okay,
Remain
yeah.
conscious.
Con save. Oh yeah.
Yep, it's lights out for Mickey. Serafina.
I think she's gonna move over. Just gonna double move. To hide behind the pillar.
Garrett.
Or rocks or whatever this is.
I continue being stunned.
Correct. Evelyn.
Evelyn is going to see that Garrett is down and give him a healing word, just because she's assuming he's hurt.
Fair enough.
I don't know which one he's supposed to take.
Yeah, I don't know why that's set up like that.
I did at level 1.
Yeah, I'll have to go in and fix that, I think. I think she might have messed something up. We'll just go with the 7, that's fine.
Okay, and then shoot another bolt. hand crossbow.
Yep. Hit. 7 piercing.
And that's it.
5 levels.
5 levels.
Fuck.
Oh,
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind, eh, Mickey?
And once again, no sign of the jellyfishes. Nyloth.
Moonbeam.
Do anything else?
Nope, just hoping that thing dies eventually and I can someone says something and I'm not just sitting here casting Moonbeam.
Well, you're not casting anything, you're just
Or well,
basically
yeah.
like concentrating is a free action. You can still cast cantrips and other things if you have them.
I don't want to get near it.
Fair enough. What up, Lawful? Danderfluff.
I'm gonna stow my great axe, limp back as far as I can, and then take out my wrist and shoot it with the hand crossbow.
Alright. Hit. 6 piercing herd.
And that's my turn.
Mickey can make a con save. Nosa.
Nice.
Seraphina.
I'm gonna stay hiding back here.
Alright. Garrett.
Alright, I will come to my senses, stand up grabbing my warhammer, notice that everyone's fallen back, and ask Danderfluff why she's moved back.
I fell down on my ankle. It hurts. I can't jump anymore.
In that case, I will burn a spell slot to gain Divine Smite and attack. And so here's my attack. Oh, thank Jesus, I didn't fall down and die. 6, and then I assume it's not undead, so that's an additional 13 damage.
Okay.
If it does count as undead or fiendish, though, let me know and I gain another d8.
No, not in this instance.
Okay, so I smash into the crack. Are we, or what I assume is the crack, are we doing any damage? Are we progressing at all?
Oh yeah, you guys are definitely making progress.
Okay. At this point, it's a mission just to destroy it because I can. Woo! Biscuits, a double 20. So, total 24 damage just hammering away at it, trying to break it.
Okay.
Turn complete.
Now, with the exception of Mickey, I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Even me and Nyla?
Even you and Nyloth. But you do have advantage.
Everyone had advantage, as I would do it at normal anyways, because my leg.
Yeah, both of your characters are normal.
Oh, okay.
Only
Okay.
Seraphina and Trip get advantage because they've got partial cover.
The
With-
top one was for me. It was for Danderfluff. Bottom one was for Evelyn.
Okay, so Evelyn and Garrett, I need you both to make Constitution saves.
Oh no. Okay. Well, rip.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, your roles have been noted. As Garrett, infusing your hammer with divine energy, you smash away at this thing. And finding that one last little glowing bit left, you aim for it, hit it dead on. And it suddenly begins to almost boil on its surface. And suddenly explodes in a disgusting shower of thick, mucusy sludge. Before you on the ground, you see the very, very injured Mickey.
With my wiener out, I just want to mention because I was peeing. It's only fair I mentioned that. Like,
Well, you didn't tell me you took your wiener out. You said you were just peeing, so...
I guess I didn't mention it. I was just assuming that. Like,
No, I didn't assume that.
okay, fair enough. Fair enough. It's your rule, yeah.
Could I use
So he just
Mage
has
Hand with Evelyn
urine
to
all
pull his
over him?
pants up?
Sure.
Okay, I cast Mage Hand.
Mickey doesn't.
Evelyn casts Mage Hand and pulls his pants up.
Mickey doesn't wear pants. He wears a robe.
Well, closes his robe.
Okay.
His urine-soaked robe.
Urine. It says urine. But at first glance, he appears to be frozen. Like, you can see ice crystals or like, frozen blood around his eyes, his mouth. His skin's covered in frost.
Is he in the moonbeam?
Yes.
I am. Yeah.
Quick, cancel the moonbeam.
I don't know he's in the moonbeam.
You honest bastard. I love you.
Well, I mean, you definitely knew the thing exploded.
No one told me it died.
I mean,
You had to make a dex save.
Yeah,
It's
you
exploded.
you would know that it exploded. Because the just sheer volume of this gelid mucus everywhere, like, Nylot's not
Uber.
stupid. Unless he wants to be willfully stupid, but that's a different subject entirely.
Then I will cancel it.
Okay. It's
I love you, Trip.
I'm saying it's not a leap of intelligence to be like, okay, I heard a pop and this shit goes flying everywhere. That the battle is
Unless
concluded.
Mickey reappeared and exploded, then it was probably the orb.
Well, maybe it would have thawed him out.
All right. So, open session.
So, am I still unconscious?
You are going to be probably unconscious for a while.
Gotcha.
How much damage did I take from the explosion?
You didn't take any damage,
Oh.
Is it safe to come out?
but you got slogged with that thick mucusy crap, as did Evelyn.
I'd limp over and tell Serafina and Nyla, it's bloated up.
I will wade through the goop towards Mickey,
Ew.
and he looks obviously wounded. Correct? You
Oh,
said
yeah.
that he was frozen and
He
suffering.
he looks absolutely fucked.
Ew, what happened to him?
So 16. Damn, I actually did well on that one for once.
Gives me up to max.
I can't. Does magical healing bring back any levels of exhaustion or only rest?
Rest can. Certain other spells can, such as restoration, that type of thing. But yeah, that would be That'd pretty much be the only way to remove levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, it's a much higher level magic.
I'm gonna use press digitation, whatever, and clean off Garrett and then Mickey.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got some on them. It's just Evelyn and Garrett, and obviously Mickey are the most schloggered.
Yeah, I would use that to clean it off of all of them.
Okay.
Does he regain consciousness at all?
I will allow a Constitution save, but remember, still at disadvantage because
Yeah, I won't forget. Don't worry.
exhaustipations. I might give you like a brief moment of being awake, but you're gonna pass back out pretty quickly. But
Okay, so during this very, very brief moment, what's my
I'll give you like a minute, basically, if you wanna converse and pass along any information. But that's gonna be pretty much like all the strength you can muster.
Yeah, like I imagine like I'm a dying patient in a hospital bed.
You almost died.
Yeah, and Mickey can feel that. Like, hey, oh, where am I?
Same place you were when you left.
Oh, no.
Oh, he can talk now.
Yeah, it
Oh.
fucking sucks though.
Can he talk now?
Yeah, that was no. He's not really in a divulgatory mood at the moment. He's just gonna continue swearing and cursing, and so thank you guys for saving me. That place fucking sucked.
Where did you go?
I don't know. It was black. It was dark. I don't know. I couldn't control myself. I couldn't breathe. Whatever it was, I
You guys can roll either nature or arcana.
feel like I came close to dying.
No problem, Memo. Okay, you guys all opted for, well, Danderfluff opted for nature, but you don't remember anything. But Garrett Reeves, Nyloth, and I'm assuming that last one was for Evelyn. Sounds like the Far Plains. Cold, void, sounds like the Far Plains.
And assuming that my time is like, my minute's almost up. My last thing is, I just want to make sure I say, hey, do I still have all my stuff? Did anybody steal my diamonds?
I don't think so.
Can you?
I
Someone
will
please-
now.
Can us? No, don't please. There's the most important thing I have. Can you please check? I don't have long. I'm about to pass it out.
I'll investigate him.
Thank you, Nyla.
I think you lost them.
I mean, I want to do an insight check.
Well, I mean,
Actually,
you can
no,
you
Mickey
can
wouldn't-
feel
Mickey wouldn't make
yourself
an insight
over and
No,
and
Mickey wouldn't make an insight check anyways. He trusts Nyloth, and he's on the verge of passing back out anyways. He wouldn't make an insight check.
He honestly thinks you lost them.
Yeah, like he would trust Nyloth too, because they were getting along pretty well, and he's out of it. I
Wait,
wouldn't
did
make
you
an
tell him
insight-
he lost his legs?
Wait,
What I missed? I had to FK for
No
a
one
sec.
say anything, just keep.
I still have my stuff. Have I fallen unconscious again yet, Thog?
I'll give you a little bit more time.
Yeah, alright, thank you, Nyloth. You're a good friend. I'm sorry I'm such a dick. To all of you.
We'll get you nice diamonds.
No, I'm...
I mean, that's like the third time he's said that, though. And he just ends up being a dick again.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a good point.
Good.
I would like to think that Mickey tried to smirk a little bit. He would smirk a bit at that, like, If he's physically able to, I don't know, but Mickey would smirk.
Sure. And then you pass out. And, sorry, Kodos. Can we please get some love up in chat for Kodos, who, towards the end of that combat, dropped in with a $2 holla, says, clear! Defib. Definitely woke me up, dude. Thank you very much, Kodos. As always, pushing that goat bar further. And, just to remind you guys, I did modify the, monthly goat this month. I'll leave it up to you guys. I'll either do 12 hours of D&D, or I will do 12 hours of GTA RP as the Ratman, or whatever character I might happen to be playing if he should suddenly perish. But I'll straw poll it so everybody will get a fair shake. It didn't pop up on screenshots, I could have swore it did. I'm pretty sure my notifications are working.
For what? For Kodos's thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
You saw it? Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a few minutes ago, Shadzar. I just wanted to make sure I got a chance to thank him, because I wasn't able to at the time. There was a lot going on, so...
I think it was while Buckle was failing and falling stunned.
Yeah, I was tracking a lot of stuff in my head, and, was having a little trouble finding the right time to thank him. So, again, Kodos, seriously, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Moving right along. I think we can get rid of the turn order. We don't need that no more. And
Is he
also...
still clutching my shield in his toes?
He is not. There is no sign of your shield.
Alright, then I grab him by the ankle and I drag him out of the goop back down to the group. Let's say to where his token is right now.
That sounds great.
And is the dim glow now gone?
It
Or
is.
I guess it's... So I'll ask Nyloth to put light on my hammer now. That way we don't have to change my token.
I already had, but I can change it back.
Do that.
Oh, I thought you could. Oh, it's been Evelyn doing that.
Yeah.
I can cast light, I'm pretty sure. Unless I can't, since I haven't tried since I changed.
She's got the cantrip.
Can I feed Mickey one of those vials from the well that had the Fey Allentine piece? See if it helps him wake up.
Sure.
I do that.
Alright, so you pour some of this... How much are you pouring in?
One vial, see if it does anything.
It does. You're doing the pouring, so Trip, roll a d20. Alright, and Mickey, roll a d10.
Okie dokie.
Okay. His Sahuagin scales take on a more vibrant tone. And he appears to be a bit more muscular and lean. Only a slight bit, like barely noticeable, but... It looks like whatever it did, it was somewhat beneficial. It didn't seem to hurt him, certainly.
That's good.
Evelyn casts light on Garrett's shield.
Already got it. And he doesn't have a shield anymore, it's his hammer.
Oh, his hammer, sorry.
So also make sure you note that in your armor class, Garrett.
Yeah, I already did.
Do we need him awake right now? Or can we let him sleep it off?
I'm not
I
sure
just
this
asked everyone.
staying in one spot here is safe for us. But unless I'm missing something, I don't see anywhere else to go. Maybe those of you who can see in the dark can investigate while I guard him.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I'll feed him vials of it until he maybe wakes up. I have 6.
Yeah, you guys know that there's a way out to the north. But aside from that, you guys, it's just a large, roughly circular chamber, few piles of stones. That's pretty much it. You entered from the south, there's an exit to the north. But as far as places to rest goes, this would be a good one, I guess.
If you all need to rest beyond Mickey, I can watch for most of it. And I would recommend that we back up against the pile of rocks so that we have our back guarded.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, Shadzar.
So you're
Stay
all-
a while.
You guys want to rest here?
I'm fine with
Sure.
that. I only need 4 hours.
Well,
And
bully
I'm
for
also
you.
doing okay. I could take one of the watches.
Open session. You guys tell me who's taking what watch, who's resting. Mickey, you don't have a choice. You're resting.
Alright, I'll take first then. Seraphine, you want to take second, and then Nyloth can take the full third.
Sure.
That works. Alright, so whoever's going first, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Can I take the sand and make it like a blanket over Mickey? Not on his face, just over
Bury
his
him
body.
in the sand.
Yeah, like how you, at the beach you'd like bury someone so you only see their head while they're laying down.
I'm gonna say that Nyloth would know better. That's not gonna help him.
Don't crush him in
Okay.
the sand.
If you're looking to stay warm, then burying yourself is a terrible way of doing it. Because the ground will suck way more heat out of you than the air will.
I think you should grow some mushrooms for a pillow for him. Just like a whole bunch of them clustered so he can lay his head. Maybe?
I'll do that.
Okay. Alright. So everybody else is resting. Garrett, take and watch. You
Yep,
notice
and
that
all members of- oh.
you notice that after several hours, it's perceptibly warmer in there, or at least less chilly. More comfortable.
Okay.
But you don't hear or see anything. It's just still as a tomb.
Well, that's good then. Then I will, if my 2 hours goes by quietly, then
Ammo?
no threats.
Nope, no threats.
All right, then I will wake up Seraphina or wherever it is she does. I don't know now. And go.
I
get
probably
some rest.
turned into a little bat and just kind of like. So he'd have to like poke me and I'd be like.
Okay. I will go.
And then I turn back and I will roll my perception.
All right.
Eh?
You notice the same things that Garrett does. It's still, it's quiet. There doesn't seem to be anything menacing or even alive besides you guys in this large
Good.
chamber.
It's a good thing.
And it's just peaceful and quiet. And gradually it's getting warmer.
Okay.
You know, it basically, like, the noticeable difference that you would see over a few hours if, you know, if your house was like 40 degrees Fahrenheit and then went up to 60, you know what I mean, over a couple hours, you'd be like, oh, all right, it's much more comfortable in here now.
Gotcha.
Nyloth, your watch, bro.
Nyla, it's your turn.
I perceive things.
You notice, Trip, on several occasions throughout the rest, that Garrett, Evelyn, and Mickey all gasp in their sleep at some point. Some of them more than others. Doesn't seem to be at a specific pacing or rhythm. Just the only thing that breaks the silence is, you know, you'll hear Garrett like, and then just nothing else happens for a little while. And maybe Evelyn,
Like they're
Scared gasp or like
like scared
happy?
gasping, or like
they do sound startled.
or like that sleep apnea thing where it's like they're not breathing and then all of a sudden it's just like
No, they seem to be breathing normally when they're not doing that.
Do they each only do it one time, or does it happen a couple times to each of them?
It happens a varying number of times at varying intervals. So,
Okay,
say Garrett might do it 3 times, Evelyn might do it 7 times over the course of the watch.
I'll take my staff and make a circle around these 3 in the sand and wait for them to wake up.
Okay. Watch ends.
I start waking them up. With
You've all rested. Mickey, make a Constitution save.
And
All right.
tell it to me straight, Doc.
All right. You go down 1 level on the exhaustion effects. So you now should be at 4, correct?
Yup.
But aside from that, aside from those penalties, you have fully rested and otherwise healed due to the healing magics and the rest. Your companions helping look after you, provide you with pillows instead of just, you know, laying on rocks. Allowed your body to do what it does and
So am I
make
conscious
repairs. You can wake up, yeah.
again
Probably
now?
gonna feel crappy due to all the exhaustion effects, but
Yeah.
The 3 of you I circled, please don't move.
Oh yeah, I wasn't planning on moving anytime soon anyway.
Why aren't we moving?
You three were gasping in your sleep.
Yeah, well, and I mean, why the hell does that matter?
It was very strange, like as if something startled you. Were you having nightmares?
Every day of my life.
We have been through quite a few bad experiences. It wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me.
Some have been through more than others.
And, I stand up and I step over the line. I don't. It wasn't a magic word, was it? Anything
Is
to
he
prevent
allowed
us
to
from
do that?
moving?
One toke over the line, Garrett Reeves now. One toke over the line.
Okay. Um, should I be concerned? Have you done something to us?
No, I didn't do anything. I just marked you guys with the circles, so I'd remember.
So, like, I mean, like, so there's nothing that's actually, like, magically gonna stop me from leaving. This was just. I don't understand anything about what you're doing. What was the point of the circle?
So I remembered who was getting startled, so I could tell you that you guys have afflictions.
Alright. Makes sense.
Does sleep apnea exist in D&D?
I'm gonna
Sure,
attempt
I
to
don't-
stand up.
I don't see why not. You can stand.
Yeah, stand up. I'm gonna check all my belongings. I'm gonna make sure that I have everything of mine.
Is there any? Well, that's kind of up to you, Joey, because it's like I don't know exactly how you would have things fastened, your items and such.
Well, I have my bracers on, my ring of protection, and my gold and my diamonds and my fiend eggs are in my bag of holding, which is strapped to my waist and tied tight.
Okay.
to,
Yeah. Anything that's strapped to you, anything you were wearing, should still be on you.
I still check just to confirm, you know.
Like anything loose that you would be carrying, like the shield, for example. You don't see the shield anywhere.
Right. And what about my rings? Because I did have the.
Rings would be fine.
Okay, cool. Then I'm like, all right, nice.
But, basically, Mickey got, and this is out of character, meta information, but Mickey basically got teleported to deep space and was there for about, close to a minute. Well, close to about 45 seconds, which is, that's about the cutoff time for survival in a deep space environment without any protection.
I speak out and say, well, look, I honestly feel like I'm still about to die, and I'm not feeling too good. But thank you, all of you. I didn't deserve to be looked after, but you still did.
Also, your mushroom pillow can serve as breakfast.
I'll just grab a chunk and just eat it.
Fair enough.
Thank you. Again, though, I didn't deserve that. I mean, I deserved the shitty business, but I didn't deserve being tended to so well by you guys.
Unlike some others, we keep the group protected and whole.
I don't like meeting new people.
Sorry I couldn't get your shield, Garrett. I tried. I had it gripped between my toes for the longest time, but I lost it, and I fell unconscious. I tried. I'm so sorry.
I'll find another. It's not worth worrying about.
All right. So what happens next?
Continue on like we have been.
I mean, will I be of any use to you? I can barely move.
Just stay in the back.
Even then, I mean, you're gonna have to move slower than normal.
More time to be more cautious.
We're just wasting time talking about it.
And well, can somebody like give me a piggyback ride? Danderfluff, maybe.
As soon as he asked
Yeah,
that,
the physics of that don't add up.
Still ask.
I'm just gonna hoist my pack and move on.
I mean, it's worth a shot one day. And I'll follow and walk along, not really paying any attention to anyone, just sort of walking with the group, kind of, you know, I'm a lonesome, not trying to buddy up with anybody, just sort of, you know, traveling at the back, somber and sad.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Do I have my full movement back and my leg heal?
Not unless you received any healing magics, but I'll go from a quarter to a half just from resting it.
Okay.
How much would Danderfluff need? I didn't realize that.
Any?
Okay, then can I say prior to the rest that I would have used the spell on it, like Cure Wounds? Because I didn't realize.
Is your lay of hands pool empty?
No, it's back, but I'd rather start the trek full up.
Yeah, I get what
I
you're
see.
saying. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you are fine then, Danderfluff.
I did mention that I hurt my leg earlier too, so.
Yeah. Had I realized it was a lasting injury before we rested, I would have.
Yeah, I mean, and he was limping, or I'm sorry, she was limping, so obvious enough.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, so I would have used the Cure Wounds and gotten you back up to speed. Wait.
Did anyone search those rocks? And I point where the bubble was.
I don't ever want to see another rock again in my life.
But you're looking at them now, Mickey.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
should
it.
close your eyes.
I close my eyes. Yeah, I realize it's gonna be pretty difficult to go my entire life without seeing another rock, but god damn it if I'm not gonna try. And then I open my eyes and realize that it's never gonna work and that I'm projecting. And I'll go over and search through the goo.
Goo's all evaporated at this point. There's no
Okay, I'll go
trace
over
of
and
it.
search through the rocks.
Okay. Make an investigation roll. Don't forget, you still probably have disadvantage on that.
Yeah, I won't forget.
You don't find anything. Just a
There's
bunch of
not
rocks.
Not shit here, but a bunch of fucking rocks.
Rocks and sand.
Rocks and sand.
Few pebbles.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe a
What's
stone. Maybe some of those
Okay.
minerals.
And I'm just gonna sort of sit in the center of the pile of rocks and just stop digging and just sort of stare at the ground and just kind of think in deep thought for a moment.
What's everybody else doing?
Moving on towards the exit.
Okay, which is to the north.
He's sort of like disconnected, detached from the group, so if Garrett leaves, he's gonna remaining focused there.
Moving towards the exit. Both me and Evelyn.
Alright. You guys don't need to move your tokens. If everybody's going to the exit, you guys can just stay where you are.
I'm just like, I have a one-track mind. I'm not focusing on anything other than like what just happened. And I'm just sort of kneeling in this crumbled center of this rock, just staring at the ground still, like not aware of any of my surroundings. So if they continue on, don't say anything. Mickey wouldn't realize that they left yet.
Mickey gets left behind then, I guess, unless somebody's gonna stop.
I like Mickey.
What?
Come on! Stop sitting around. What if it comes back?
I kind of hope it does. And I stand up and I'll follow.
All right.
What's wrong with him?
So you guys begin moving on.
I'll look at Nyloth. He said he was projecting.
Like astrally?
He's weird. I don't know.
So what begins as a pretty wide cavern quickly becomes a 5-foot wide crevice. So you guys can only walk single file. So just give me a marching order.
I'm in the back, my rightful place.
I'll lead.
All right.
I'm normally near the back.
Yeah, form up on the screen with your tokens if you could, please. It'll be easier for me to remember. So who's taking the second slot? Is it going to be Evelyn or Danderfluff?
Danderfluff.
Okay. Just change that on the screen then. There you go. Alright, and you've got light on your Warhammer, correct, Garrett? As you travel forward into the darkness?
I do, yep.
Okay. Make a perception check.
We ain't found shit.
It's extremely dark in this passageway. Like, even the stone around you seems to almost absorb the light slightly from that's emanating from your Warhammer. Eventually, you come to the top of a spiral staircase.
Does
Leading downward.
does the crevice continue on past that?
It does not. Small chamber around this stairway leading down.
Then I go on down.
And as far as the stairway, you can make a history check. Everybody can make a history check as you pass by.
I will choose to forego it.
Okay.
Mickey wouldn't care. Wow.
We all know nothing.
Well, Garrett knows something at least. Did I just say that out loud?
You okay?
I am going to whisper something to you, Buckle. On VC.
Okay.
Like, Mickey's, like, obviously sad looking, but not, like, pouty, like a child just, like, completely emotionless, like, distraught.
I provided you the link as well.
I got it. I'm checking it out now. If it opens. There we go.
And since you were in the lead, you know, you can, if you want to stop the party before going down the stairs and mention anything about that, that's up to you.
When this says Earth, this means Earth, right?
Earth?
It says Earth. And a number of human peoples. Wow. Okay. Neat.
Like our Earth?
That's the belief. So as we go down, Garrett, I'll kind of like absent-mindedly kind of fall back into, since he did study a lot of history growing up, explain that this is reminiscent of Mulholland, and it's an old empire in Faerun, but from the other side of the continent that we're familiar with. And it's from the eastern side, and I'll mention that it's believed that the Maharani were brought to our world from another place, and that may be why we see some of this here, because it's old and we know that they're plains travelers.
Where are they from?
The Imaskar Empire, or Imaskar. There's no accent, so I can't be sure. I'll say Imaskar. And then I'll just keep continuing down and just kind of giving that brief history lesson. The only thing that he really ever knows.
I know a gnome from that area.
A gnome from Imaskar?
My old character.
Oh.
In the NASCAR empire. Yeah, drive real fast and turn to the left sometimes. Just like that guy outside my fucking window.
That was perfect timing.
Indeed,
They
it
just love
was.
to shove my face in it. These sons of bitches.
Yeah, so and I'll just keep pressing down, and periodically I will put my hammer out kind of over the middle to see if I can see further down, but I don't really have good vision, so.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is Faerun also called Earth?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Faerun is the continent on the planet Toril.
So something
What?
saying Earth is like what?
Well, you would know Earth to refer to dirt. Like an Earth elemental.
Oh.
This is also capital E Earth, but I didn't mention that in my retelling. It just caught me off guard reading it in the wiki.
Alright. So, you guys are traveling downward for what seems like an eternity. Eventually, you reach the bottom. Giant, massive stone doors heading to the east.
I'd like to investigate the doors and for obvious markings, etc.
I'll let you ride that previous history result.
Okay.
It's the exact same style. So you see much of the same types of symbolism and architecture.
Anything like a bas relief on it?
Can roll religion.
Oh, I think I'd be good at that, and yet, hey.
You would see certain images that pertain to the deity Set, which is a snake god.
Yes.
Trickery and evil.
I'll just kind of like turn with my back to the door and hold up my glowing hammer, and I'm pantomiming that, but you guys can't see that because my camera's off, and illuminate the images of Set and point it out to the rest of the group and ask their thoughts. do they know anything about Set beyond he's a snake god?
Can I roll something?
Religion. Might have heard of him. Might not.
We passed those giant snake statues.
And Mickey doesn't care enough right now to make a roll, so.
Fair enough.
I suppose we have no other way but to go on, and I will attempt to push the doors, unless it's obvious they are required to be pulled.
Nope, they should push open. Make an athletics check.
Danderfluff, would you help me with this?
Yes.
You will need help.
Athletics?
Both roll athletics. With a mighty heave, the doors swing open, and I need the two of you to make perception checks. Garrett, immediately after you swing these massive stone doors open, revealing a larger chamber beyond and stairs leading down into it, you could have swore you saw something move, kind of like at the very edge of your, like where your light radius is. You're not sure that you saw something move, but you're pretty sure.
Immediately.
Low to the ground and hairy.
Yeah, like, I won't second guess at all. I will immediately warn the party that we are not alone.
You want me to go check it out?
Do you think that's wise?
I think I can handle it.
I don't think you can, to be honest.
I disagree.
Let's see. I pull out a coin. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm all out of. I don't have any more money. It was all
Yeah.
taken.
Can I see anything with my dark vision?
Oh, good call.
As you step forward, let's see what 120 feet gets you.
He's just like, I saw something. I'm just like, huh?
Have a chance, I'll go check it out.
From your position now, you just see more darkness.
It's clear for 120 feet.
Don't worry.
You do see a pit at the end of the room, the far eastern side of the room.
Also, mind the pit.
A few boulders.
No, trust me, I can handle this. Let me just go a little bit ahead. I'll check it out.
Why don't we take it together, whatever it is?
Together forever.
It could be behind one of the boulders. It's just like all these details I'm leaving out.
I'm the stealthy one though. I should do it.
If you're determined to kill yourself, do whatever you like.
I'm determined to see whatever that is.
I will start walking on, but not quickly, kind of matching whatever the speed that Mickey can.
Okay,
match.
I will move you guys to the next map, and you can then thus determine wherever you guys want to put yourselves.
Half my movement speed is 20 feet.
This room is creepy. I don't like it.
Garrett, as you step into the room, the light from your warhammer seems to spread into the little cracks in the obsidian walls around you and illuminate the room.
That is a big skull.
What you see before you looks like a massive bearded skeleton has been kind of like encased in stone in the wall. So you can see
Damn.
kind of like the front half.
I don't see that, but they can.
I see it.
Certain among the party can.
I see from like here down.
I see the whole head and the beard, but it's black around it.
It's because you're closer.
And Mickey's stopped already caring. He's moved on. He's just going through.
Guys, don't walk forward.
Why should we not move forward?
There's a giant bearded skull.
Maybe we should try and figure out why it's there.
Does it have a neck, arms, shoulders, or legs?
It does.
Wait, does it look like a dwarf?
Well,
is it-
you can't see the legs, but you can see basically from like the shoulders up. And it's there, but looks like it's been partially encased in stone.
Yeah, does it look like a dwarf?
Do we know of any humanoid creature that's that large? 'Cause that's fucking huge. Maybe it's not even actually real.
Yeah, it looks like we're like the size of one of its teeth.
It's massive.
Oh, it's that big.
Yeah, it's that big.
Yeah. Can you see where I'm pinging? That's where its beard is, and the top of its head goes off screen over here.
Nice.
So it's like chin to head, then goes off screen, and then cheekbone to cheekbone is like that. So yeah, it's massive.
I step forward a little bit more, raising my hammer.
Yeah, its
attempting to
head
get a
is like the
little
size of a building.
I'll step forward alongside Garrett.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise my axe. Start going.
I'm not gonna raise my fists or anything. I'm just gonna lazily walk.
Well, it's not as though we can turn back. Waiting to be told to stop, and I don't know if it's going to happen until apparently I'm dead.
Mind the
There's
pit!
no-
Stop.
I can see the beard.
Mickey, Danderfluff, and Garrett, roll perception checks.
It's fucking gigantic.
Oh wait, I'm able to speak again.
You've been able to speak for a while.
Yeah, you're right. I have been able to speak for a while. Shit. Oh, I don't know why that just dawned on me.
Alright, so Garrett, I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check at disadvantage.
Can I ask a quick question? So I was pretty sure I still wasn't able to speak when I got sucked into the abyss, right?
Right.
And so I've been able to speak since I got out.
Yeah.
So that has changed. Yeah, okay. I can't believe I completely. Yeah. I think Mickey would like his eyes would widen and he'd kind of like straighten up a bit.
Well, you've been speaking.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't occur to Mickey that just like before he went in, he wasn't able to speak, and that was such a big deal to him. And then like now he's just having nonchalant conversations. Like he realizes that that's like a big deal.
Yeah. Weird what leaving this plane of existence will do for you.
Yeah, it didn't dawn on me out of character until just now. I was like, oh shit.
So anyway, Garrett Reeves, disadvantage on either athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
I'm going to burn my inspiration to get a normal roll.
Okay.
If that's all right.
And Mickey and Danderfluff normal rolls of the same, either athletics or acrobatics. All right. Danderfluff. As soon as you guys reach this kind of midway point between these two boulders, the ground at your feet appears like obsidian, almost. You know, very sharp striations in it. Suddenly it begins to move, and you realize that there's stone underneath. It's obsidian to be sure, but camouflaging itself amongst it. Some just like ridiculously thick, shaggy black hair, which just swarms over you. Danderfluff. And you are grappled. As we roll for initiatives.
Does exhaustion give disadvantage on initiative rolls too?
I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I think that's a separate thing. Nice.
All right. I know the way I described these was like very dark black shaggy hair. But I'm going to use hay tokens to show where these things are so that you guys can see them visibly on the map. Because if I put black on black, it's going to get very, very confusing. You guys aren't going to be able to see it. So that's purely for visualization purposes. All right, so top of the round, we've got Evelyn Toulon.
So what's going on exactly? The hay bales are grappling? Sorry.
It's shaggy black hair just flows over you and begins to constrict.
Okay. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Danderfly.
Okay, noted. Anything else?
That is it.
Mickey, your turn. This hair tried to grip you.
And it wasn't successful though, correct?
It was not successful.
And do I see Garrett and or Buck? Yeah, Garrett. Is
Yeah,
he grappled?
you can see Danderfluff's covered in hair.
Yeah, Danderfluff's covered in hair, but Garrett is fine. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to save and I guess pull the hair off of Danderfluff.
You can certainly
just kinda
try.
reach into it. And just kind of try and rip it off.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's got too strong a hold. You do, like, manage to pull some up, but then you realize you're just, like, kind of lifting Danderfluff off the ground with it.
Okay. And, gosh. Boy, oh
But only
boy.
like an inch, you know.
Like, okay, so, like, pretty close to these. Oh, God, I don't know. This is a hair monster. I don't know. Mickey doesn't know. He's having trouble processing a lot of things right now. He's gonna just punch the hair monster next to him.
To the north, correct?
Yeah, to the north, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to hit.
Nice.
That is a hit.
I'll expend a key point for the flurry of blows there. Make the 2 more unarmed strikes. Disadvantage first. And disadvantage on the second.
All right. Those, unfortunately, both miss.
All right.
But the 25 hits for 9. I will let you make an insight roll.
Okay.
You're making impact, but it doesn't seem to be super effective. You know, how much damage can you really do to hair by punching it?
Yeah, that was a very, very much a like just like.
What do I do?
So-
Yeah, so very knee-jerk reaction makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Well, I'll give you inspiration for playing your character well.
Hey, I'll take it. And that's going to end my turn.
All right.
We know. I want to impose. No, I can't because it wasn't with the flurry blows attacks. Never mind.
Yeah, you
Never
didn't
mind, my
hit
turn.
with either of those. So next would be Mr. Nyloth.
I'm gonna move here. And then I'm a double move here. And that's my turn.
All right, Seraphina.
All right. Just checking something real quick. Okay. I am going to use. Where did I put my list? There it is. Okay. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray and split the rays up amongst these 3, like the ones in this line.
Okay.
Because I get 3 rays if I cast it at 2nd level, so that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Where did my pencil go? Okay, so... Okay.
You have to roll a hit with each one. Each ray gets its
Okay.
own attack roll.
So what would what's my spellcasting bonus again? How do
It
I...
should tell you on your spell sheet, right at the
Oh,
very
there
top.
it is. Okay. 6.
Miss. Miss.
Mother of God!
Hit.
Yay!
So that would be on the
Okay.
one in front of Garrett. Because I was doing them
Good.
in the order you pinged them in.
Good lord. Alright. Oh wait, it is on my thingy. Hang on. I'm just gonna click it so I can click it to roll the damage appropriately. I thought it wasn't on there for some reason, but it is. So 8 damage.
Okay. Garrett. Roll.
Does it catch on fire?
I'm gonna have Garrett roll a regular Constitution save. That would be the closest. Okay, so Searing Ray scorches this thing. It goes up like a friggin' tinderbox and just immediately starts spewing forth this sputtering, acrid black smoke. You have the wherewithal to kind of like back away from the smoke and shield your face.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Does it seem to be suffering from its newfound luminescence?
It's on fire, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, but
It makes no audible cue as to whether it hurts or not.
okay.
You hear no shrieking, no angry sounds. it doesn't have a body to provide you with body language, but I mean, it's on fire, so probably that sucks a lot for it.
And the only real thing indication that these are hostile are that we're in the abyss and one has enveloped Danderfluff, right?
I'm sorry, one more time?
Beyond enveloping Danderfluff, and the fact that we're in the abyss, otherwise these things haven't shown us any hostile intent. Like, is it apparent that Danderfluff is suffering for being covered in
It appears
fur?
to be an aggressive action, yes. I will give you that.
Okay, that's all I'm looking for. All right, thank you.
I mean, without knowing too much more, you know what I mean? Just with the information that you're provided, you see it flow over your companion and, like, go for the neck, that type of stuff.
Roger, I got you.
You know, tightening around wrists and joints.
It's not my turn, so.
Alright. I forget whose turn it was. That was...
I think it's
Serafino
mine.
was the last thing, because I had Garrett roll the thing. That's right. So it should be Danderfluff's turn now. My bad.
I'm going to cut the hair.
Shave and a haircut.
And using my
Too
feet
big.
grappler, I get advantage.
Well, it's grappling you, not the other way around, so I don't see how you being grappled would give you advantage on an attack, you know what I mean? I'd say if you cuz it's a feat, I'll forego it being at disadvantage.
Okay, I see it. Yep.
You saw my message, right, Thog?
Yep. Nine, unfortunately, is not enough to hit. 24 will do the trick. You slash through it and manage to free yourself.
Fuck. Okay, that's my turn.
Alright. Garrett Reeves.
I am going to smash the burning one. Get an idea here of what we're fighting.
Okay.
I am not doing anything of the sort. Clearly, I was put off by the fact that it's on fire, but now I'm going to double down. There we go.
There you go.
So, 6, smashing the burning one.
And smashing into the ground, some cinders go flying. Definitely did something.
Okay. As an interaction, can I just kind of like kick it some? Like see if it dissipates? Not as an attack, but like it's on fire. If it was a hammer, maybe it discorporates if I kick it a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, I try that.
Some of it wraps around your ankle.
Okay. That completes my turn.
Alright. My turn, yay! More hair appears.
Becoming quite the hairy situation.
Get my movement out of the way first.
Make my hair stand on its own. Oh, Thodler, I see what you did, hair. I'll be here all night.
Yeah, because they are just a swarming. So... we're gonna do attacks this round. Alright, so first 2 attacks on Danderfluff. Misses. Uh-oh. So on that critical hit, you're going to take 7 points of slashing damage, Danderfluff. 2 attacks on Garrett. Hits a 19.
Jamie does not hit. I'm a 20.
That one hits. For 6 points of slashing damage. 2 attacks on Mickey. Oh boy. Critical fail. Mickey, I'll give you a free attack against that one.
Hell yeah. Take it. Oh, I clicked too early. Hold on. One more. Disadvantage.
10 is a miss.
Alright.
And the second one does not get advantage because the first one critically failed, so he misses.
Ha!
And 2 attacks on Seraphina. Ooh, that hits a 23.
That hits.
Alright. And that does not hit. So Seraphina, you as well take 6 points of slashing damage. As these little clumps of hair just whip at you. Thin little tendrils of pain.
Is it magical or non-magical?
You'd be very surprised if this was a naturally occurring creature. I think.
That'd be terrifying if it was naturally occurring. Oh my god.
People would not leave their homes.
No.
Electrolysis
Well,
would
I
be
mean,
mandatory.
a creature can be magical, but if it like slashes at you with its claws, that may not necessarily be a magical.
What claws? You're just getting whipped by hair.
No, I'm saying if it was like some
Oh,
magical
right.
creature attacking you, but it was just like slashing with its claws rather than like, oh, I'm gonna cast a spell that slashes at you.
Yeah.
Like, is there a difference there?
Right
You know
now,
what I
it's
mean?
just, I whip
Since
my
it's just
hair back
hair.
and forth, I whip my hair back and forth.
That's very accurate. That's all I have to
Evelyn's
say.
turn.
Not for long.
Evelyn is going to move forward. With movement, she have 30.
And then,
And
nice DP.
use Vicious Mockery on this one right here. You have bad hair.
Your
Nasty.
spell
Feel
seems
bad.
to have no effect. It doesn't get it.
His hair's ego is so big right now. She doesn't have it on here, but inspiration is a bonus action, right?
Yes, it is a bonus action to grant inspiration.
Alright. Garrett gets inspiration.
Yay!
Yay.
Mickey, your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just punch. And remember, now that I have my extra attack, 'cause I always forget that. Ooh,
That's a hit.
okay. All that damage. And,
Attacking the same one you did before, which is now to your west.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I am. And I will expend another key point for a flurry of blows on that one. Okay. Do either of those hit?
Nope.
Okay, then I will use my second attack. There. Attack.
$15 is a hit.
Alright. Well, you said it's a hit?
Correct.
Okay, cool. And anything
Piff!
come? Go ahead.
Seems to fall lifelessly to the ground.
I'm just gonna start ripping it if I can. Like I just want to, yeah, like I'm ripping hair out of a head.
Well, it's not attached to anything. I mean, I guess you could scatter it more.
Yeah, I do. I go savage mode. Like if it was a person, I'd be ripping out its intestines and like just destroying it. It'd be very visceral.
Okay. Nyloth?
I am going to Thorn Whip that one and forego the pulling it part if I hit.
You
I
don't.
don't hit. Okay, I'm gonna move there.
Alright. Seraphina?
I'm gonna move here.
I don't believe you.
Actually. Hang on. People in the way! I was over here, right? So okay, no, I'm not gonna move there. I'm going to hang on. I just see something. Okay. I'm gonna move here and
I will
tell
take my 2
people-
freeze.
That's okay. I'm gonna tell people, get out of the way!
That does
I'm
not
gonna-
hit.
Do a thing on my next turn.
Yeah, 19 doesn't hit, right?
No.
Okay. So Seraphina yells, clear the area!
Get out of the way!
Danderfluff, your turn.
I'm gonna swing.
Shave and...
Haircut.
Do I get advantage?
How much it cost? No, because you're not attacking
This way.
the same target.
Okay.
Unless you are. I don't think you guys are.
I was just attacking the one right there.
That's what I figured. But 25 does hit. Ooh, nice.
And second verse, same as the first.
Bolt.
Oh, you can. I'll just change it to that one then.
Fucking DP coming in with the 2 bits. Thank you. So which one are you attacking?
This one right here.
North? Okay.
I don't know if 17 hit or not.
17 did hit.
For
And slash
15.
Rooney.
And I'm going to use my movement. Now, if I do. No, I'll stay here.
Okay. And does that complete your
Okay.
turn?
Whatever you say.
Oh wait, were you talking about blowing up like this area?
I was gonna do a cone of flame, just.
Oh, then if she announced that, then yeah, I would bounce the fuck away.
Well, she just yelled out, "Everyone get out of the way!"
Unless you want to take the 3d6
She
of
didn't say what she
damage.
was doing.
Yeah,
I'll take 2
you get the
freeze.
free.
And neither of those hit, I don't think. 12.
What is? It's my AC.
Okay, so I did hit you with 1.
Yep.
7 points of slashing damage. Whipping at your back as you run away. Scratching up your back with them ass pubes.
How does this room smell?
Humid.
Like farts and Fritos.
Like the inside of an ass beard.
Smell I'm
Jungly.
very familiar with.
Musk. Like Husk Musk Plus. Alright, so does that complete your turn, Danderfluff?
Yup.
Are you sure? I think you're still in range for the cone attack. I think she's going to be blasting it to the south, so you just moved into the middle of it.
God damn it.
Accept your fate.
No, I mean, it would have been obvious. Like, she's pointing in that direction, being like, get out of the way!
No, I'm just
I'm
in.
probably gonna have to do a little of readjusting, depending on what ones are left. By my
Do I
turn,
still have a
but-
bonus action?
Sure.
Alright, I'm raging.
Alright. Then rage ye shall.
And boop. Right there.
Alright, so I get 2 more freeze.
Yes.
Yeah, just 2 more.
At this point, I probably should have just
And
took
I
the
hit
cone.
with both.
What did you get for trying to avoid your fate?
Depends on the damage.
So 6 on the first
guess.
one, 6 on the second one. So total of
So
6.
6.
Yep. Garrett Reeves, your turn, sir.
I will heed Seraphina's warning and disengage and go up to defend her.
Okay.
She unleashes fiery hell on cousin Hicks.
Seraphina,
Burn!
you have a held action, so anytime you want to set that off.
Well, it's a 15-foot cone, so currently,
Currently what?
I don't know if I can get that one, but because I don't know how wide the cone is. But Mickey's standing directly in front of me, so if he
There
doesn't
we
want to move,
Well, this is the DM saying, do you want to take that now, or do you want to wait?
I'll
I would understand either decision.
wait if Mickey's gonna move. If he doesn't seem like he's gonna move, then
Well, you don't
we
know
can do it
that.
anyway.
You don't know that. You got to
Currently,
decide.
just to give you an idea, Mickey is just like very animalistically just ripping out the hair. Like just after he just punched it, like he is obviously. It doesn't look like he's paying attention, but it's what he's currently doing. He looks like a crazy maniac.
Fuck it.
Doing it?
I might just do it.
So it's a 15-foot cone,
I
correct?
mean, that
Yeah,
fucking sucks, but I mean, I
I
don't.
don't know how
I
big
just
of an
sent you.
area. I might actually. Well, yeah,
Emma.
because I don't think I'm gonna get the other ones.
I just sent you a thing that shows how 15-foot cones work on 1-inch grids.
Ah, okay. So actually,
You can't really hit all of those unless you move.
I'd have to move forward one. So I will then. I'll wait. And see if Mickey tears up the one that's in front of me, and then I'll move forward and.
You
So
can
you're-
move.
So I'm just gonna wait until Mickey does whatever he's doing.
You can move like this and not incur an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I think at best you
That is
might be
true.
able to get 3 Maybe, depending on how you position, but you're not going to be able to get more than 3, I don't think. But you also can't move right now. You only have a held action because you moved last turn.
That's true.
So it's either you're blasting from where
I
you are, or you're going to
will
hold.
wait.
Okay.
I will wait.
In that case... Mergerino.
Oh no!
Mergerino.
Well, hey.
Oh yeah.
And...
No, yeah.
Opportune time for some fire to happen.
One, two,
See, this is why I shave. You know?
4.
Well, what if shaving is what causes these?
Well, that's why I burn, incinerate.
Alright.
Something's just gonna be like, Mickey! Get rid of this one!
Garrett. Make either an attack, or, I'm sorry, not an attack. Athletics or acrobatics check. And you resist. Seraphina. Make an athletics or acrobatics check. Gotcha. You are grappled.
Ooh.
Mickey, I'm gonna make an attack on you.
Which one's grappling me?
And
Is
miss.
it that one?
It's the one immediately to your south.
Oh, it's this one.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the new one that came over here. Never mind.
And second attack on Mickey.
Yep, 16's my AC.
Yep. Well, hold on. Let's see.
Oh, sorry, not 16. It's not. It's actually 16, but
Almost hit you, but not quite.
okay.
And let's make an attack. Or actually, Danderfluff, either athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer. Managed to wrap itself around you. So you are yanked into the hair. And currently grappled. Evelyn Toulon.
She is going to stab at the hairball.
Alright. Hit. Piercing doesn't seem to do much. And does that complete her turn?
That completes her turn.
Mickey?
The one that I sense the ones that just came up and attacked me, and I just instinctually, without even thinking, just turned around, just punch closest one to me that's next to me. I don't move.
Okay.
I punch.
Punch away. $15 is a hit.
Sweet.
And I believe that one had already taken damage, so Piff.
Oh, and then the other one, I will. Well, I'm gonna use a key point actually to.
Also, keep this in mind. If you're doing your attack action and then doing a flurry of blows, your attack action gives you 2 attacks. So roll those first and then flurry, as opposed to attack, flurry, attack. Just because it's
Got it.
easier for me to keep track of the action economy that way.
Gotcha. So here's my second attack.
Which is a miss.
Okay.
And now you may flurry if you'd like.
I would like to.
Because those two attacks are all part of the same action.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
And the 12s, unfortunately, miss as well.
Okay, but I do not move. I just punch. And that'll end my turn.
Have a good night, Cratchy. Alright. That brings us to Mr. Nyloth.
I'm going to try and pull the hair off of Ammo with Thorn Whip.
There's no hair on Ammo.
Oh.
The only one currently
Yeah,
grappled
Mickey
is
just-
Danderfluff.
Mickey just
Oh.
destroyed the one that was grabbing me.
I move there. I will try and Thorn Whip the hair off of Danderfluff.
That is a risky proposition, I'm going to tell you that right now.
I will just hit the hair.
You will attempt to.
Yeah. I do not hit the hair.
Danderfluff, make a dex save with disadvantage.
Oh.
Roll your damage. You get swiped by one of the thorns, Danderfluff.
Ow.
Okay.
Just a little plink. But you can't reduce a damage lower than 1, so you take the 1. Because I know you're raging, so. Does that complete your turn, Nyloth?
Move back a little bit because I had a little movement left.
Sounds good. Serafina?
Okay, I'm going to move. Could I hit those 3?
The
With
3
my cone.
immediately south of Garrett?
Yep.
You can.
Is Mickey gonna be in the line of
He
fire?
is
if
definitely
he is,
going to be in the line of fire.
The
will
literal
he
one.
get advantage if I say, Mickey, look out! Before I flame?
No, but you would forego his normal disadvantage because he's exhausted.
Okay. Mickey, look out!
Oh man.
She's right next to you. I mean, you'd
Yeah, I know,
see
I
her
know I would
casting
hear it. Yeah, I
burning
would,
fiery spell, so...
Yeah,
Okay.
I would I guess look out. Yeah.
So, deck save for anything in the cone.
I'll let Mickey make his deck save first. This one, it'll be normal because she's... Is that a save?
Yep. So you take half.
Okay.
Unless you... I don't remember if monks get, like, evasion and stuff. Particular
Nah.
orders do, maybe.
Do you have any rings of reduction, fire damage, or any other suchly items?
I have a ring of protection, but it just gives me +1 to AC and save. Nothing
Wah,
that would-
I'll roll them in order from top to bottom.
Okay.
I'll just roll all the saves together. And what am I rolling for?
14.
Okay. Fail, fail, pass. So the big one passed. The two
So
small
half.
ones did not.
12.
So I would take 6, right?
Correct.
Yes. And they catch on fire.
Torched. You got a
Anything
2 for there.
flammable catches on fire. So
Yes.
says the spell.
It is on fire.
So there is a flaming stack of hair, whatever you want to call it, pile. Pick your word.
Mickey, I need you to make a Constitution save, and Garrett, a Constitution save with advantage, because you've seen the acrid smoke in your face before.
I was given. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Never
Or-
mind.
What were you gonna say?
I forgot I was given inspiration, but I already rolled with advantage. So what am I gonna get? Super advantage.
Yeah, there's no such thing as super advantage,
I mean,
unfortunately.
I could invent it right now.
Nah, it's cool.
Okay.
Because you are currently poisoned. You're just coughing and gagging at this acrid, horrible smelling smoke. Just gets right into your eyes and face and nose and goatee. It almost clings to your goatee and slithers up your nose like a cartoon.
The goatee is fake, so
You know,
I'm
like
okay with
when
that.
somebody
The goatee's fake?
It doesn't exist. It's an image.
when somebody in a cartoon's like cooking a pie and they put
We've
it to
been
cool on a
duped.
windowsill and you see the scent trails and like turn into a
And
finger.
it's like,
beckon. Yep.
Better hope Mickey never finds out.
Forces
this-
its way up your nasal cavity.
I have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, correct?
As long as you are poisoned, correct.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. And that was Seraphina's turn. Danderfluff, your go.
I'm gonna swing.
Hit.
That would be
Enough to chop yourself
18.
free.
Yep. And I'm gonna swing again at it.
Alright. Hit. Damage noted. You just giving this thing a good old shave. Shing, shing.
I can't. Can I roll that bardic to that damage or no?
You can't add Bardic Inspiration to
Okay.
damage now.
All right. That is my turn.
Only on D20 rolls. Garrett?
I will expend 5 lay on hands to neutralize the poison affecting me, and that will complete my turn.
Okay. Next round. Mergerino.
What you got?
And that's all I can do with that.
For
Nice.
fuck's sake!
1, 2,
Quick, everyone disengage back. I'll just fucking fireball the whole room.
3.
Do you shout that?
It's never-ending hair. We might have to.
Mickey's right now. Mickey's punching clumps of hair to death. He's loving it. Like,
Is there a cat in that fucking hole? Is that what that is? Just fucking spitting them out?
Nyloth. Make an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever you prefer. You be grappled, sir.
got you.
Beard's
So you don't have
getting
to roll to hit to grapple something?
No. It's just
Oh.
opposed athletics or acrobat. I allow athletics or acrobatics to oppose a grapple. Because you can dodge out of somebody's grasping arms just as easily as you could just shove them away. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Danderfluff, same. Either acrobatics or athletics. Gotcha again. And since it hasn't moved yet... Looks like it's dragging you towards the cliff. Oh no!
Fuck. I like Dandy.
Alright, Mickey, acrobatics or athletics?
Alright.
If everyone moved away, I could get all of them except the one on Nylock in a fireball.
Mickey, you are grappled. And... yeah, we'll do the same for Garrett. Either acrobatics or athletics.
I will use my inspiration now to gain advantage.
Ooh, nice.
Fucking. Oh, shit.
Shit.
Oh. Well, it could have been worse, but you are grappled. Alright, next round. Evelyn Toulon.
She's gonna. Don't know what to do with her.
Oh, never mind, Garrett. You are not grappled because
DP's a
DP is a rock star, and he's butting up your athletics check.
star. Okay.
Hey, he's got the butts to burn, man.
He's a butt burning machine.
Yep. So let's get some clappers up in chat for DP. Rolling through with a butt to save the day for Garrett. So anyway, sorry, Evelyn, your turn. Are you muted?
No, I'm reading
my
a
bad.
spell. She is going to cast Bane on this one, the one attacking Nyloth, and sorry, the one on Mickey, the one on Nyloth, and the one on Danderfluff.
Okay, noted. They get saves, right?
Yeah, it's a charisma save, and if they fail, you roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled
Yeah, it's the opposite of
from the
wise.
attack roll. Yeah.
So I'll do them in order left to right. So Nyloth, Mickey, Danderfluff. And what's the DC? Look on the spells sheet of her character sheet, and it should say right at the very top.
15.
Okay. So the one on Mickey passed, however the other two failed.
Yay.
And that completes her turn.
Mickey, your turn.
So I'm grappled by this thing.
You can attempt to escape with either athletics or acrobatics.
Am I completely restrained? Can I still punch?
You're probably gonna want to do that.
I was only allowing Ewok to attack while grappled because he has the grappler feat. So ordinarily, no, you can't attack while grappled.
Gotcha. All right. I was wondering maybe it's got me by the waist and I can still punch, but yeah, I'm gonna try to break from the grapple.
All right. Athletics or acrobatics, whichever you prefer. Don't forget your exhaustion. Yep. You do manage to get free, however.
All right. And
So you can just place your token in an adjacent square. That's free movement.
okay, I would choose to go there.
All right. And do you have any bonus actions, anything like that?
No. Not ones that I want to use. They all require expending a key point. I don't want to do that.
Okay. So Nyloth. I'll lower the DC because it rolled a 1 on its Bane check. You're free.
Okay. I'm gonna shillelagh it.
Hit it.
Shillelagh.
Fuck you.
Hit.
Fuck you.
8 damage.
That's it.
Rock and roll. Seraphina. It's your time to shine, little star. Shit is getting fucking hairy.
I just yell out, "Sorry, everyone!" and I center a fireball right here.
I give you a look to tell you to do it.
Just fucking do whatever you can to not die. And then,
I wish I had my shield.
Okay, so the one that Nyloth was attacking
That's
is the
the
only
only
one that's
one-
not it.
That's not in it. Yep. And I'm not in it. Yeah.
And I chose not
Am I in it?
to do dodge.
Nope. You're not in it. You got lucky. Whee! So, yeah, reflex saves, dexterity, whatever the fuck it's called now.
I'll let you guys go first.
Okay.
I'm burning my inspiration on this.
That'll give you regular because it would normally be at disadvantage because you're restrained.
Well, so I'm restrained and I'm also exhausted. So do I even get
The
a
number to
chance?
beat is 14.
Yeah, you'd get a save, it would just be at disadvantage because you're
But
exhausted.
I'm already at disadvantage because of exhaustion.
Yeah, it doesn't stack. It just, you know.
Cool.
The second one is for Evelyn.
Okay. So I think everybody but Garrett passed, right?
Sorry, Garrett.
Unsurprising.
Didn't you have I gave you inspiration? Did you use it already?
I used it to not be tangled and still failed and was tangled, but DP saved me. I just take the full damage here.
Alright, so let me figure out how I'm gonna number these. Actually, you know what? Just roll the damage ammo. It's not bad.
A little lower than I was hoping, but
Mickey's unconscious.
11 to anyone who passed.
Are you ready to see what you did?
Yay.
Wrecked, nuked, bye, gone, see ya, dead,
Heck
dead,
yeah.
dead, and dead.
Heck yeah.
Cleared! This house is
Minus that
clear.
Minus that one.
The lone muchacho.
Better run the fuck away.
Quick, Nyloth, kick its ass.
And
Hey,
I need
somebody.
Seraphina, Garrett, Danderfluff, Evelyn, and Nyloth to make constitution saves.
Okay, sorry about the smell. Fuck yeah.
Doesn't bother Seraphina at all.
Smells great.
Smells awesome. I love it.
I love the smell of burning in the morning.
Alright, so Garrett, Danderfluff, you guys are poisoned.
Sorry, guys.
What? Why didn't I have to make the save? Because I'm unconscious.
Because you're unconscious. You're automatically poisoned as you breathe
Oh.
in these acrid fumes swirling around you. But that's
But-
kind of the least of your worries at the moment.
But I mean, am I also poisoned on top of that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I don't think that adds anything on top of like what
No.
your exhaustion already covers, so it'd be kind of moot. Like,
Yeah.
oh, guess what other condition you have now?
Yeah. I mean, it's just nice to know.
One of your hands is slightly pinker than the other.
Okay.
Good spell. Mark it. Danderfluff.
Just gonna look at Seraphina. Don't expect me to thank you.
Some of your hair is probably burning.
I just.
Wait, where was I? I was over here.
Quick, take out the last one.
And I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to charge this one and hit it.
Do it. You won't.
Advantage for charge.
Well, I'll give you advantage for Nyloth flanking. Hit.
And then
Hit.
10 and 15.
Done and done.
Yay!
Does that complete
Take
your
that,
turn?
you fucking hair.
Yes.
Garrett.
Okay. Is combat officially done?
Turn order's still up.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Fuck's sake.
Evelyn is poisoned, correct?
That is correct.
You know what? Instead, I'm gonna go over here because I know he failed badly. 5 lay on hands to Danderfluff to remove the poison,
Okay.
and I will work on the rest of the group as the turn order progresses.
I'm
Okay.
good.
You walked past Mickey's unconscious body to lay on hands.
It's fine.
Seraphina, make a perception check.
Okay.
It's a pretty low DC because it's a big thing to notice. That gigantic skeleton begins to move as you see the beard from its face begin to grow longer and longer and then flow down into its rib cage, out and around its bare bones, forming a facsimile of muscle and sinew and tissue, and begin to animate this giant skeleton.
Nope, nope, nope. Is it still my turn?
Well, it's not your turn. That was my turn.
Oh.
So we're back to the top of the round, which is Evelyn Toulon.
Evelyn, did
I know
Evelyn
what
see
I'm
that or
doing.
no?
What's that?
Did Evelyn see that or no?
I would say everybody should be able to see it, yeah. Now that it's
I probably-
actually
I would have
happening.
pointed it out.
Yeah, I'm sure Seraphina would have barked something.
Evelyn is going to let out a
Look.
big sigh again and notice Mickey unconscious. Don't tell Scruffles.
I'm telling Scruffles.
You heal for 8,
And
Mickey.
then using my movement to start heading towards the stairs.
Okay.
And that's her turn.
Alright. Mickey.
So, I come to consciousness, and I see this giant skeleton animating.
Beginning to move.
Beginning to move.
Filling out missing muscle and tissue with beard hair.
Now that is really interesting.
Just kind of flowing down and around its arms. It almost looks like it's forming like perfect muscle tissue. To the best of your knowledge of musculature. Weaving and wrapping around.
I'm gonna stay, but I'm gonna expend a key point to take the. Well, no, I don't even need to expend a key point. I just want to ready the dodge action. But I want to stay.
Okay.
This is really freaking cool. To me and to Mickey. Mickey would want to see how this plays out, but be ready to bounce if need be.
Okay. Nyloth?
I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Seraphina?
I'm going to hurl another fireball directly at it,
Okay.
centered as best as like I can. Well, I don't know if I should center it directly on the beard or like in the middle of the chest. How much of it has like formed?
Enough to kick some ass.
I'm gonna center it directly in its chest. And then
Okay.
the fire would hopefully spread everywhere.
Roll your damage. I ain't get no save. Your damage has been noted.
Not that great.
See a giant whoosh,
On
smoldering and
fire.
burning hair.
And I'm gonna back the fuck up. Because I can cast Fireball pretty far away if I have to. Actually, no, because that just used up my last 3rd level spell, so...
Alright. Danderfluff, your
I mean,
turn.
hey, now his hair is on fire.
GTFOing. Right there. And I'll take the dodge action.
Garrett?
I am going to go up to grab Mickey and pull him backwards by force if necessary. And it would go there if he comes
You're
with me,
muted, Joey.
basically.
There would be a little resistance, but it would immediately give, like, split second, like it would just be like a, like a flinch, and then I'd let you drag me away. I wouldn't try and pull away, but I would want to still try and look forward.
Okay. I've noticed that you've been weirdly focused on things, so
So
Pulling your ass back.
move your character back to show your accurate position on the map.
that's as far as I can move in that one round. So,
And does that complete your turn?
No. I will also, while I'm dragging him,
Oh, you're
5
about
point.
to say it. You're gonna what?
I already did it. It's in the chat.
Oh.
You curing Mickey?
Ah.
I am.
Oh, happy day.
I wanted to hear you say it, but that'll do. Thank you.
Alright. My turn. More hair surges forward. And I will allow Danderfluff, Garrett, and Mickey to make perception checks. Something that would be audible to all of you, but maybe they would... I'm pretty sure only they would really be able to intuit what that sound actually entails. Alright.
So I rolled a 15.
Yeah, never mind. I'm gonna stick with it.
Oh shit! Benzyme coming in with a big ol' 17 months of resubitude. Thank you very much, Benzyme. Let's get some love up in chat for my dear friend Benzyme. Rocking in with the resub, baby. Thank you very much, sir. Good to see you, brother. So, Garrett, I am gonna whisper to you. I'll whisper to Ewok as well.
Okay.
You hear a very loud, metallic ringing sound. That's what everybody hears. And Buckle and Ewok. So do with that information as you will. And that's Danderfluff would know that, not Evelyn.
Okay. Not unexpected, so yeah.
All right. Evelyn, your turn.
Can I roll medicine to see who's hurt right now? Like, really hurt?
Sure. You're all gonna die.
Well, Evelyn is hurt. So Evelyn is going to... Healing word herself at level 2.
Oh, and Joey coming through with a 9-month resub. What are we gonna name our baby?
Joey.
All right, sounds good.
Sweet. Well, Joseph, actually, but, you know.
Joseph Jr.
Yeah.
JJ.
Well, we can hyphenate. We can hyphenate. It'd be like, Jotog.
Joe Glore.
Joe Glore. Yeah, much better, yeah. Joe Glore, yeah.
But that is her turn.
Okay. Mickey.
Oh boy, I'm getting dragged back by Garrett. I look up longingly into his eyes as he lays hands on me and heals me. Mickey smiles and says,
I just died in your arms tonight.
like he looks pretty enamored right now.
As enamored as a Sahuagin can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was going to kill you. I'm glad I didn't.
Good to know. Move. That thing just pulled a weapon on us.
But it looks so cool. I want to see what it is.
6 seconds,
Right.
guys. Still on initiatives.
That's the end of that's all. That's what I say to end it. And I'll move back 10 feet, and I'm gonna try to make it seem like I'm too weak and beleaguered to move any more than that.
Roll
Just so that I
deception.
can yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Deception
So I can-
versus insight.
That's what I was hoping for. And I will use my inspiration on. Well, I should have told you that before I rolled it, but yeah, I would like to use my inspiration on this.
Okay, make another single roll.
Okay.
Still not good enough. Garrett's wise to your shit.
Like, I can't do it. I don't know what's going on. And then I realize that he knows that I'm full of shit, and I like kind of get a little bit scared of him. And I move my full distance. I'll dash too.
Okay.
So it's 40 feet. So I get to the stairs.
Nyloth.
Can I leave the room? I'd like to leave the room.
You walking back into the doorway?
Yeah. Aren't we retreating?
It spits you back out facing the skeletal hellbeast. You feel yourself move, but it's like the doorway ain't working right. You walk in one direction, come back out facing the opposite direction. You can see the stairwell.
Um.
So I'll say you used 5 feet of your movement.
Imagine Nylon's just standing at the top of the stairs, like really confused. Like,
Yeah. Can you said he has a weapon?
I said to Mickey that he drew a weapon.
But nobody audibly said anything about a weapon. You just hear this loud, metallic ringing sound.
I
yeah,
did. I said that to Mickey. He's just drawn a weapon.
yeah, and it was only to Mickey. And Mickey,
I'm gonna delay.
Okay, Seraphina.
Um. Gonna back up a little bit more. To here. And that is it.
Anything else? Okay, Danderfluff.
I'm going to look back. Can you not go through there, Nyloth?
No, it's fucked.
Well, something shiny's on its way
Confirmed
up
fucked.
here, and it's not good. And that'll be my turn. Well, I would have my axe ready.
Okay. Garrett.
I will back up as far as I can, which is here, continuing to face the threat. And hold an action to channel Divinity if anything gets close enough. That completes my turn.
Okay. You see the tip of what eventually you come to realize is a very long sword comes up out of the hole, skeletal arm wielding it, and it strikes with a thrust. So, I need dexterity saving throws from Garrett, Mickey, Danderfluff, Nyloth, and that's it. Those 4 in the line. Garrett, Mickey, Danderfluff, and Nyloth.
Did I not set it on fire?
Burned a good chunk of it.
they're trying to burn a wet tree log, like a wet tree log, though. It's smoldering.
Well, I mean, it's hair. If you don't put your
it
hair
was
out, it's gonna
forming-
all burn off.
It was forming into like
Depends on the hair.
muscly tissue. It looked like, though, right?
Yeah. Well, not
Hair's
transforming,
hair.
but
Well, being
a
the
facsimile of. Oh boy. So I have a fail, a fail, a fail, and a pass, eh? It's either all or nothing. So if you failed, you take the 10 points of damage. If you passed, you take nothing. As this massive sword stabs at you. Albeit somewhat clumsily and slowly. You would expect something this size to have a lot more force behind it, and you continue to see the beard further kind of like swell and fill out the arms and joints a bit more. Seems like just a preliminary attack. Evelyn, your turn.
I'm just gonna delay.
Okay, Mickey.
I'm gonna quickly ask Garrett, like, hey, what do we do? The door's broken. What do we do?
If we can't fight, we run.
Well, we fight. And I'll stand like right here. And I'll just ready an attack action to punch if I see a threat that is going to attack me.
Sure. Nylon.
I'm gonna move there. Is that Can I heat metal his sword?
I don't know. Can you?
Is it metal?
Sure is. But how big of a piece of metal can you affect with heat metal? What's the range on it? You tell me.
It just says metal object such as a metal weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor that you can see within range.
Range of 60 feet. It takes an action.
Yeah.
Let's see. Any creature within physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage. It doesn't matter how big it is.
Sure. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
It does specify a manufactured metal object. I don't know if that will make a difference to your thought.
A sword is manufactured, so go ahead and roll your damage. Your rolls have been noted. Forgoes the Constitution save. It's gonna just take auto damage from it, same way your moonbeam was working last round.
No, okay.
Its fist begins to smolder.
That's pretty metal.
Alright. Serafina?
I think I will try burning more of it away with some Scorching Ray.
Roll your rays. And what's the range on them?
120 feet.
Okay.
So I have plenty of room to do that. Okay. First one. Does that hit?
Yep.
Okay. Second one.
Miss. Hit.
Yes.
Alright, your damage has been noted. Scorching gigantic pits into this creature's beardly pseudo-flesh. Does that complete your turn? Alright. Danderfluff?
I am going to move forward 25 feet. And throw a javelin at him.
Okay.
And miss him with a javelin.
You just see it disappear into the hair.
And that's my turn.
Garrett?
I will shout to the party that we need someone to search the room for another way out. And that can't be me because I can't see in the dark. And since Nyloth and Serafina are the only two who at the moment seem to be damaging it, I will move into a defensive position on them and spend 5 points of lay on hands to cure myself of the poison finally.
Okay.
That completes my turn.
All right.
Got a pretty good spread here. It's not
Choice
bad.
targets. All right. I need dexterity saving throws from Garrett and from Serafina as he makes another thrust.
Did I fail the last one with a 10?
You
And
did.
If so, what did I take from that? I may have
It
missed
was 10 damage.
Okay.
And looks like thanks to Nyloth's heat metal, its sword hand is still a little bit wobbly, not doing the brick shithouse ton of damage you would think it would be doing, but still enough to do 15 to Garrett Reeves. Serafina, you dodged out of the way.
I am unconscious. I've fallen at 0 hit points.
Did that bring you exactly to 0?
No, brought me
Okay.
5 under.
Okay. Evelyn, you see Garrett get pierced by this giant sword and fall.
Evelyn is going to use Healing Word level 2 on Garrett.
Okay.
So
7.
6 and 7.
Yeah, so 13.
Sinkyo.
And as her movement, what's her speed? Just 30. She's going to go see if she can find an exit.
Okay. Make an investigation roll. You see no exit to the south. Mickey.
Well, Mickey's gonna go right over to here and stand between Vanderfluff and Garrett. Seeing that Garrett got revived, he's not gonna go right to him, but he's gonna go right there and ready a dodge action.
Okay. Nyloth.
I'm gonna move there behind the rock
Okay.
in hopes that if it attacks me, the rock does something. And
He just makes bad movies.
heat metal damage.
Noted. And you can make a perception check as well. You're pretty sure there's a passage up there leading to the north.
It looks like there's a passage up here. And I point to it.
Serafina.
Okay. Because I keep forgetting about it and it's kind of something important. I'm gonna regenerate.
Okay.
It just every turn I always forget about it, but this time I didn't. And then I'm going to move. to here. And yes, I can still hit it. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray one last time. That's all I've got left. for
Rolls
second level
them.
Spells. Okay.
Miss. Hit. Miss. Yeah, you have lousy luck with Scorching Ray.
Yep.
Fire damage does seem to be the route. It seems like fire damage is definitely the most effective way you guys have seen of handling this creature.
I don't know, my
Whatever
punches
it
are
may
pretty
be.
quick.
Yeah, I mean, slashing damage, punches, not so much, but fire seems to be the real ticket. So, does that complete your turn, Seraphina?
Yes.
And Fluff.
I'm going to yell, just in case Evelyn didn't hear, that there's an exit this way. And
What up,
boot, scoot,
Sansa?
and boogie. Double moving. Jesus Christ, I can go far.
You can't go over the boulder, keep that in mind. You'll have to go around it.
I'll stop there.
Alright. Garrett?
Fuck, Evelyn is taking so long. Okay. I will get myself here, and I will drop my last 10, lay on hands. 0, not 10, to get myself back up to 23. And I will end my turn there.
Okay. Let's see. Choice of targets. Alright. Seraphina, I would like for you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Yes.
Alright. Dodge out of the way as it takes another swing at you.
I'm nimble as fuck.
And actually, Garrett, you might be just close enough. Yep. Garrett, I need you to make a dexterity save. Something completely different. The second hand reaches up from beneath and grabs you in a hairy fist of hair.
Okay.
So move yourself 15 feet towards the pit as it begins to drag you. Oh, that was a lot more than 15 feet, I think. Should just be 3 squares.
That was 3 squares.
Just,
was I
yeah, just
here?
move yourself up 1 square.
Okay.
That would be a more accurate direction.
Yeah, it counts diagonals as exactly
Yeah,
5 feet.
so,
I
yeah,
know, I
that
just
would
did it
be
from
more
1 square too
accurate.
high. Yeah,
And
so-
that will complete Dr. Super Beardo's turn.
Aha, we have a name.
Evelyn Toulon.
Evelyn is going to Scooby-Doo it.
Walking in LA.
And roll to that. And that is her turn.
Mickey.
Evelyn runs, someone plays a xylophone.
Nikki is incredibly confused right now. Mickey's going to. This is a tough decision for me to make. because I can speak now, I'm gonna run up to Garrett. I'm gonna dash up to Garrett. Which means I should be able to get. Yep, I can get there. And I'm going to just help him. And I wanted to spend a key point to make that a bonus action, as well. Do the dash and then action to try and free him from the shit that's pulling him in. Like I want to try and save him.
That's gonna be athletics.
All right. Come on.
Nope.
Wow.
As you're grabbing and pulling at this hair, you only seem to make it worse almost, as it tightens around him in response.
Hey, no, don't worry, I won't let you die. And I'll end my turn.
Alright. Nyloth.
Bonus action to flare up the heat metal again. Then I'll take the dash action to go over here. That's it.
How'd you like that dynamic lighting, by the way?
I was not expecting
Pretty well hidden,
that.
right?
Yes.
I did that on purpose. That turned out way better than I possibly could have hoped for, by the way, doing that. So I'm very proud of that you guys just didn't see that right away because of the way I angled it.
Yeah, I was thinking of that just 5-10 minutes ago. I was like, wow, that didn't even think to.
Well, I mean, think of like a cavern with rough-hewn walls. There might be a lot of like little nooks and crannies where there might be a passage, but until you do like a full like straight-on look at it, you wouldn't know. Just based on line of sight. So yeah, it turned out really well. So Nyloth, that was your turn. Seraphina.
Hey. I'm gonna move here, and I'm going to produce flame and chuck it at the hand in hopes that the burning will make him let go.
Maybe. Roll the
And
hit.
I'm
Roll
going
the
to
hit.
burn my inspiration to gain advantage on my roll.
Okay.
And
Nice. That's a hit. Nice damage. We'll see what happens on Garrett's turn. But you definitely blasted a chunk in it.
Does it hurt me at all? Because like I was
Or
kind
me.
of.
No, she hit well enough with a 19 that it wouldn't affect you guys.
Okay.
And you kind of know to like not breathe in the smoke at this point, so I'm not gonna make you make con saves, at least not at this point.
That's fantastic.
Danderflurf.
This is a hand, not hair, right? Where
Well,
does
it's
this
a
come from?
hand made of hair mostly.
Oh, sure,
Well,
right.
there's some bone in there, as anchor points, but there's no actual
Isn't it-
tissue to it. It's just bone and hair.
It's like a skeleton and the hair is working as the muscles.
Yeah.
Correct. The hair is animating it. All right, so
I'm sure you guys can hold your breath for a little while.
Danderfluff's turn.
Hi, I'm gonna run to the exit. Low, I'm gonna help. Hi, I'll help Garrett. Well, no, Mickey's helping Garrett, right?
Yeah.
To the best of
Okay.
Mickey's abilities. As they are at the current point in time. Having just been a space explorer.
How good do you think Mickey's abilities are? How much do you trust in them?
Well, there's nothing. I don't trust Mickey. So, High, go help Garrett. Low, go run to the exit with Nyloth.
All right. See ya.
What?
Peace. And Garrett.
Okay.
I assume athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, I'll allow either. And you do have advantage as provided by Seraphina's Great Balls of Fire. 21 is enough for you to free yourself.
Does it do any damage in the freeing, or is it just I flex and pop his fingers out?
Yeah, you basically just like flex, create enough of a gap for yourself, and then slip out.
Okay, so I will move there.
You have your full movement. You just used
know.
your action in escaping.
Right, but Mickey's still here.
True.
Without his shield, Garrett is the shield.
All right.
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
And does that complete your turn?
It does. Assuming that was my action to break free.
Yes.
My shield.
Okay,
Garrett
then my
is
turn is complete.
All right. Garrett and Mickey, dex saves. Gonna try and grab you again.
I'm really flirting with danger here. Huh.
Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course.
Okay. Do you guys want the good
Anyone
news
wanna
or
go
the
butt?
bad news?
Go
Oh,
butt.
wait, oh shit.
Please.
I'm gonna choose to. Can I? Is it too late to use my inspiration?
I'll let you take the 17 instead of the 8 if you want.
Sure. That's fair. Yeah, that's good.
But burn your inspiration, obviously. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Just in general, I prefer not to be goat-butted.
Yeah, I
to
will.
the chat at large.
I will reject any goat butts to bring me back.
But I'm just putting that. It's up to Thog's ruling, but I prefer not to be goat-butted.
Same here.
Okay.
I
So,
think in the past,
Garrett, you are grabbed, held over the pit, and then dropped.
I would like a reaction, please.
Sure.
I would like to grab Mickey.
Sure.
I would no.
Mickey might just
Mickey- no,
accept
Mickey-
that.
Yeah, Mickey would just accept that. Like, in the moment, like if he saw that. Yeah, no, he would lean in. You know, he would accept that. He wouldn't try to stop that.
One Thog, I'm gonna message you something. You determine how it works.
Okay.
I don't know.
I assume some form of perception or whatever would counter or whatever.
Yeah. Joey, you can roll insight.
Okay.
Normal roll. Because I'm undoing your disadvantage by giving you advantage, but that would make it a normal roll. Seems like he needs your help, man.
Yeah, like I'm down. Like
So you grab and hold on, take the
Yeah,
plunge
like-
together.
yeah, Mickey's on board. Like whether we both die during this, that's fine. He thinks that's a good fate, and if he's gonna go help Garrett, that's equally as enticing. Yeah,
Interesting.
I grab on. In a slightly awkward Mickey-like embrace.
I am
If it all
familiar
possible.
with those, given the.
Like, can I? This is how I want to attempt to flavor. If I can grab on, can I like try and like wrap my legs like around his waist and like grab him like this? You know, that kind of hold.
Sure. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, please.
It doesn't bother me.
Does it? Oh yeah, sure, sweet. So, and I just got my cheek like against his chest armor.
All right. So Garrett and Mickey are grabbed by this massive skeletal hand, filled out, fleshed out by beard hair, which has filled out this massive corpse. Pulls you over the pit, and then just casually drops you in. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Garrett falls off without a sound.
So does Mickey.
Dun dun dun! So you guys will have to find out what happens next week on Divinity of Pain.
Interesting.
And just none of you guys are going to be missing next week, correct? We should have a full house, I believe.
For all
I'll be
intents
here.
and purposes.
Okay, because there's going to be important story stuff next week, so I want to make sure everybody's going to be here for that. I have a rare delight planned for next week, which I'm sure you will all enjoy.
I love rare delights.
So, tonight was very, very combat heavy, and for that I apologize. But there is a method to my madness. All will be explained at the end. There is a reason why all of this is happening to you. But yeah, you guys can go through and list off what your favorite part of tonight was, and where the people can find you to catch some of the content that you create. So let's start off with an ammo bird. We'll go ladies first.
Hi.
Hello.
I enjoyed fireballing a few times. That was
That was
fun.
pretty awesome.
And scorching a giant group of hair.
I will tell you, during the hair encounter, you did the bulk of the damage because you were just doing fire damage, which was obviously something that it's vulnerable to. So you were doing massive amount, like even when you were rolling like 20 damage, double it. Even if you're only hitting with one scorching ray. You know what I mean? So it kind of balances out for the misses and flubs that you had.
Yay!
But yeah, where can the people find you, Emma Bird? And what was your favorite stuff and things?
Mostly the fireball. That was fun. And mostly everyone passed, so it wasn't too catastrophic for the players. And you can follow me at Amrose here and Amrose16 on Twitter. And yeah.
All right. Follow the links. Where is the links for the sinks? Haha, beat you to it, DP. I'm Strammer, pro, know all the things. Alright, so, moving right along, Trip. Tell us about stuff.
I stream stuff and things. My favorite part was like, hair things. I don't have fire. Why don't they have metal? And then the big guy becoming a hairy skeleton and he's got a sword. I was like, that's metal. I'll use fire damage on that to damage him.
And you did a hell of a good job. You did a shit hot good job, Trip.
But I stream stuff and things at twitch.tv/Trippenstein and at Trippenstein on Twitter.
Follow the links. Ewok Fuzzy Nuts.
Oh, I hit my mic boom arm. I'm sorry about that if you heard that. My favorite part was Garrett pulling Mickey off.
Mickey being okay with it.
Yeah, Mickey's a gentle hug.
And like legs wrapped around the waist.
But yeah, like as a player, I didn't really know how to do this situation. I don't have anything fire, so. But the little hair monsters, that was fun. That was weird. I liked that.
Yeah,
The grabbing of hair.
It was an interesting encounter for sure.
But I try and stream almost every night. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing some GTA RP. I'll be playing Chris Daster over on True Los Santos.
Nice.
And Chris is officially a criminal now and a meth dealer, so we're going to see where that goes.
Into the slammer.
Probably. But yeah, DP has my links. Thanks, DP. But yeah, I try and stream every night.
Right on. Follow the links.
Follow the links.
Next we will do Young Joseph, who for the second week in a row is just being
Thoglor,
left in the
you
dark.
You made me think.
How dare
I? No, that's it's a good thing. Like, I don't know, it was a very thought-provoking and enjoyable session that had some interesting outcomes, but you made me genuinely have to think and like
really weigh
actions.
Things. Yeah,
like, you know, I actually genuinely cared a lot about like how things were developing. So good job, you made me think, Thog.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you had fun, man.
It's a good thing. That was very interesting. I'm curious to continue on with however we end up splatting to the ground.
Well, and who even knows? You guys have no idea what's gonna happen next week, so.
Yeah, I don't have a clue. I assume I'm going to die. I made that decision within and on character, assuming I was gonna.
It's certainly the most likely outcome at this point, but.
Yeah. But yeah, follow me on my Twitch, and all my stuff's in the chat there. I'll be streaming again tomorrow at about 9 p.m. Eastern. For another viewer art request stream with my buddy Ron. Those are always fun. So I'll see you there for that. And then Tuesday for Heroes of Endor with Thog.
Right on. And last but certainly not least, Buckle, thank you for being here, bro. I know you're not feeling good, so thanks for toughing it out, man.
That's all right. This is my first time ever not using the camera, and I felt better about being here sick because I'm not leaking in everyone's eyes.
Yeah, nobody wants sick face all over the internet.
Yeah, Saturday I was just like blowing my nose every like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's how it was today. Until the NyQuil, and then I felt a lot better.
Oh, that glorious NyQuil.
But then I drove, and it felt like I was driving drunk. That wasn't cool.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So yeah,
You are.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge them now because I have been working on something as Garrett for a long time, slowly, and it's going to pay off soon, I think. Assuming we both don't just die outright by falling in a pit, which could very well happen. And if that happens, rip, we'll start new characters.
Yeah, I that's what I'm assuming is going to happen.
But otherwise, we got a path to walk down there, and
you have
I'm
shit
looking
planned?
forward to it.
Like, this was part of a plan?
Well, the evolution of Garrett as a character from he's looked upon as a leader, but is still very unsure of himself, and now he has a party to really protect. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next week a lot.
Oh, me too, dude. Me freaking too.
I can promise you all that next week's episode will be of rare significance in the overall scope of the Divinity of Pain verse. So definitely don't miss out. You guys will definitely want to be here to see it, especially if you've been a long-time viewer watching for a long time, or maybe even since the beginning. There's going to be some really, really cool things that pop up next week.
So tell your friends.
Tell your friends, retweet the tweets. Go over to your mama's house, get some cornbread, tell her all about it. Moms love Thoglor.
Knock on their doors. Go door to door, hand out flyers.
Unless you're living in an area where soliciting is not allowed, then you get your ass arrested or fined, so don't do that.
Yeah.
Do it anyway. Take one for the team.
Risk.
Yeah.
Great risk.
Don't you love the stream?
Don't you want to help us out? Today is Sunday, which means tomorrow is Monday, which means that we have Whose Initiative Is It Anyway tomorrow night, which is a 5th edition D&D improv stream that'll be starting up at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As Joey mentioned, Tuesday is Heroes of Enderbor, 8 p.m. on Barrow's Boys channel, so make sure you're following his link as well. Wednesday, I'll probably be doing some GTA RP. Thursday, we are starting off with a brand new series called Litany of the Jinn, which is going to be a modern-day detective thriller game. So, kind of, like, playability-wise, it should kind of work out the same way, like, Call of Cthulhu plays out, just as, like, a general kind of pacing example. But I find that I do very well, running games like that opposite of Crit Role, because it's not exactly D&D. So, I mean, I kind of catch the crowd that's like, I fucking had it with dragons, man. You can't fucking take dwarves anymore. Fucking dumb. I want to watch something else. So I am there to itch that scratch and fulfill that need. And I want to thank everybody who came out and watched tonight, supported the channel, followed, retweeted the tweets, the resubs, the bits, and the donations. Thank you all very, very much, because that helps me out a shit ton. So if you will give me just a moment, I will find somebody for us to host, and I'll get out of everybody's faces. And also blame Scruffles. Blame her so hard.
Scruffles healed me and got me conscious.
She
Evelyn
did no
sighs.
such thing. That was purely out of the goodness of Ewok's heart.
That was out of
gets
out
no
of my
credit.
that was out of being a meta, not wanting to see Garrett have to carry Mickey, but then Garrett still having to carry Mickey.
Yep. So again, we will find out what happens next week on Divinity of Pain. But for tonight, we are all done. So we wave, we eat our vegetables, we say goodnight, look both ways before crossing.
Brush and floss your teeth.
Never approach a skunk from the rear.
Or just at all.
Yeah.
Clean up your dog's poop.
Damn the man. We out.